For the culture.
Back at it again, it's the For the Culture podcast. We have special guests, a lot of guests with us today. It's our first panel for the year, and I'm gonna go around.
Valentine's Day special edition.
And let's go around and everybody introduce themselves. So let's start with Slim.
All right, man. Slim City Live, radio personality, host. So, father. Yeah. Most importantly, a father.
Girl dad.
Girl dad all day. Let's go. Gang, gang.
Faith, I model, do digital creating, kind of do a little Instagram scheme.
Hey, it's Haitian Princess. I'm a creative director as well as a music artist. I rap and I sing.
I'm Reese, live at Reese, DJ Reese, whatever you want to call me. I DJ everywhere. I'm an artist too, and I work on cars, and I'm a father too, and I'm a fiance.
Hey you guys, my name is Sky Excel. I'm a model. I have a hairline. It's called Sky Tracks. And I'm starting a lingerie company this summer. It's called Sky Lingerie.
Hey guys, Sabrina. People call me Getcha in France. I'm a model in Miami and I'm living my best life for now.
Great Zach Tate, best-selling author, motivational speaker, cultural engineer. Basically the answer for America, next best thing, that is me.
All right, well, since this is our Valentine's Day special edition, I don't know if you guys got the memo. We're going to be talking about dating, romance, sex, marriage, in the millennial age. Lust, all that good stuff. So I just want to start off, Valentine's Day was Friday. Who had a Valentine's? Who didn't? Who was hurt?
How's that word?
Y'all, do y'all know I went through the craziest thing? So the guy that I'm dating, he stops answering, right? And I go to Prime with my friends and he's there on a date.
So you were the second office.
I don't know what it was,
but so your holiday was
I thought
supposed to
that
be
was
on
like
Saturday.
some crazy movie shit. Like that had never.
So how did you handle the situation?
Oh, I went to go say hi to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
You played
it?
the mature card.
Yeah.
Do you like girls?
Sorry?
Do you like girls?
I like people.
Right. So my suggestion is that you get to know the female, explain to him that look, it's obvious that you have a large appetite to say.
Where are you going with this?
I'm explaining it to you. I'm explaining to you.
I already said a disclaimer before you came in here. Whatever comes out this man's mouth, we are
Well,
not
yeah,
held
every
liable.
Let me hear this.
What I'm saying is that you had someone you were interested, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You found them, like, to claim them as yours, correct?
I mean, we're cool. I wouldn't say it was that far yet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But initially, the way you
That's my
identify-
intentions.
Oh, that's your intention.
That's
Fine.
my intentions.
Great. So now, he was on a date on Valentine's Day with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't mean that they were more important, didn't mean they were a priority,
Right.
just meant that that was what's going on at the
Yeah,
time,
I
right?
love that. Mm-hmm.
You went over and introduced yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So my suggestion for
Okay.
you and the rest of America is instead of bringing the drama into it, instead of getting your feelings and not accepting the reality of the situation, is to speak to the individual and the woman if she's a priority and ask yourself, how can all three of us work this out without drama? That is my suggestion. Anything else is just lying to yourself.
I mean,
You said facts?
Yeah, but
Yeah, because
it has to be
monogamy is
much-
a learned behavior. It's not
It's not even natural.
it's not natural.
Reese is like, hell no.
Monogamy is not even
Yeah,
natural.
it's not natural. It's not a natural behavior.
for women.
And for all those who are,
So what about vice versa?
No, it's a two-way street, bro.
so you're a feminist.
thank you.
I'm just saying. I'll explain to you very simply. I'll explain to
It's
you.
like I
very
get it, but I feel like that's very like
But
crazy.
He should be clear.
I can explain to you very
but
simply.
you said something about leave the drama out. She could have just walked away.
No, she did it very classy. The way she did it.
That's not drama.
The way she did
There's
it,
no drama.
every man in the world would like them to do it, her to do it that
However,
way.
I don't see myself making myself a part of their thing. Like,
That's cool too.
No, yeah.
For now.
But it's your choice.
except for now.
For now. Yeah. If you get to the point where you feel like you're in love, whatever that means to you, could just be great dick, or it could be really what you feel is love,
Right.
right? Because he makes you better, hopefully, right? So if that's the case, and he's honest with you that, look, I'm not a one-woman man, then at some point you have to say
Make
to
a
yourself,
decision.
right, so the creeping and the sneaking around, you know, this is 2020, right? New decade, new millenniums, new all this. Why are we still doing things like the 18th century? So for DJ Reese, who's a feminist, kind of confused, let me just explain it to you like this.
Why are you putting him down? That's his views and his opinion.
Why did you say it was down?
No, go ahead.
Are you suggesting there's something wrong with being a feminist?
No, but you're like making his.
But you equated feminist with putting down. How is that?
Because you're
He's being
saying.
sarcastic.
No, I'm being very straightforward. The greatest creation in earth, God's greatest creation is
A
women,
woman.
right? Simply because they give life. If women accept that and stop trying to do stuff the way men do it, then the world will be straightened out. We had a woman president, it would be a different world. We had a woman prime minister, different world.
What do you consider a woman trying to do what men are trying to do? Like, what do you mean when you say that?
Oftentimes, like, based on our lifestyle, women mimic us,
Yeah.
right? We wear tats all over. Women do the same thing. The people
I
you
feel like y'all mimic us, but I'm gonna let you go.
let me give you an example.
Okay.
The people you're around the most, you become like. Some people, when they fall deep in love, they really believe that they become one,
Okay.
right? Which is something they heard on a great TV show, and they've been running with it ever since, right? So whatever their partner does, they do, not realizing they are the higher being, right? So let's go back to blaming it on God. You can have one baby a year. Is that correct? No, one pregnancy.
A year.
A year.
Men can have.
One pregnancy. From one sperm, you can have 8 babies at the time of delivery, right?
Right.
But annually, from conception to birth, generally 1 year, right? In one orgasm, I can populate an entire city. In one orgasm. Not one day, not 1 month, not 1 year. In one orgasm. If they separate all those sperm cells and send it to all those ovaries, I could populate an entire city. I didn't do that. So, for all the religious types, either God is in charge or God is not in charge. Now let's look at statistics, right? Let's look at the census, right? 7 women to every man. Let's include the 2 million Latinos and blacks that's incarcerated. Let's include the other ones that are fluid. And then let's include the others who don't have no intention of being heterosexual. All these women are stuck without a man. How dare you women be so selfish to believe that you want to have one man all to yourself who was made to populate an entire city in one orgasm?
Yeah, but I think you're looking at it the wrong way, because when these guys are with different women, some, like you keep saying some, majority, especially in Miami, it's a sexual thing. It's not like they're building, or it's like I like you and I like you, because I do believe that you could be in love with several people and at the same time, or things like that, or like what you may call love, since I see that you're politically correct. I'm gonna speak like you. But I feel like
I'm wearing off for you already.
I just feel like you're basing it off of something that was like sexual. If we were in a time where we're all engaging in each other, really knowing things about each other, like, oh, I really love this person. This person's cool. Yeah, just running through bitches. That's different than like actually like, you know, going through something or being there.
You know,
Sure.
you're saying it's a different
relationship,
idea from like
something
just
like
fucking a bunch of bitches as opposed to building with 2 women.
Yeah.
That's fucking, I mean, I understand.
If that was what you were basing it off of, I would totally get where
Yeah,
you're
that's
coming
what I
from,
was
and I would
basing it off.
consider
Yeah,
that.
But he's
That's what I was basing it.
sometimes
But where do
like,
you really find that? That's not what's going on
Oh,
now.
that's because the women allow us to get away with bullshit.
Allow?
Allow.
yeah,
I believe
We'll
that.
do anything for pussy.
anything.
But how would you say allow? Like, do you guys be like?
All you have to do is just say, I'm not giving you no pussy. You gotta do this. But it can't be
I feel
just
like
you.
men are
It
just
can't be
off
just
mentally.
you.
It's
It
a
has to be.
chemical
It
imbalance.
has to be a movement. Because if it's just you, the thirsty thought is gonna be like, I'm over here. I'm
No,
over
I
here.
believe
Yeah.
women have
Whatever
been
you
more
don't-
accepting of.
Right.
The bullshit.
The
Yeah,
bullshit.
we
And
have
that's
been more
what we
accepting
have.
of the bullshit. I personally have female friends that have known that their side pieces and are okay with it
Right.
until certain point where their feelings get involved and now they're not okay with it.
I feel we all have like moments that really, like as women, we try to find who we are really and whatever, and we go for some bullshit, and then we realize, damn, why I low
Your standards.
myself, my standards like that for no reason. Like,
I
for
think
this
we're
kind of man,
I
I
think
just said the
certain
wrong
women are so
lens,
scared
like,
to be alone versus
Yeah.
putting up with certain men that give
Yeah,
them
but
good
you-
But
sex.
it's so much deeper than that now too, because it's like, okay, then there's like because for me sometimes I feel like I can be the definition sometimes of like that black woman, or like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm not putting up with this, so I've been trying
Until the
to-
batteries get low.
right, well no, to be honest, and I've been trying different angles, but that's just how I was raised. I come from a family with several women. I have like 20 aunts. They're all strong black women, all successful black women,
Right.
so it's just like
Right.
I would do the thing where I'm like, I'm not putting up with this shit. I'm like, wait,
Right.
there's nobody here.
No,
What am
but
I
you-
gonna
I
do?
would honestly, I hear what you're saying, and being from like a Jamaican Caribbean background, like I completely understand. My mom had 4 sisters. My dad, he didn't know his daddy had 1 brother. So I see a lot of the strong black woman mentality. But as I get older as a man, and your conversation involved with your parents, your parents done went through that bullshit too.
Right. That's
But you see, especially them times where
it was just
when you were
different.
born somewhere, you didn't leave there.
Yeah.
So when you had that family, you had your brother that lived across the street that you never knew that was your brother. That's common nature within the Caribbean community.
That's very true.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
when you
start
evaluate the
Yeah.
Caribbean community, I'm Jamaican as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
And when you look at the Caribbean community, you're looking at the heart of the African culture.
Yeah.
And the heart of the African culture was not monogamy.
Right.
Yeah, but
Right? Because for us to survive,
Cannot be that way.
we cannot be monogamous. What happens is when the settlers of North America, which were all the criminals that got kicked out of England that came to North America, came, their women were sacred to them because they had the pussy, of course. And they didn't want the Indians, which were black people,
Yeah. Fucking.
intermingling. So it was like, no, this is the law, this is the rule, 1-on-1. And then they went with that, and then the colonizers always influenced those who they enslaved.
Exactly.
So now blacks in America are running around with this monogamy mindset, not knowing it's an indoctrination, not knowing that it's a mind game.
But it
that
was
has
women on the
never,
outside.
it has never worked for us. Never, ever, ever worked.
Well, monogamy is
And
based
now-
on, what would be the proper term for the opposite of monogamy?
Polygamy.
Polygamy. Okay, so like, my question, this is like a serious question. I want to know, where does that leave women? Because I feel like that's more for men. Like, I would be down if I could just fuck mad niggas and just be in different
See, because
situations.
you're conducting
You know what I'm
yourself like
saying?
men now.
No.
So you're saying we
So,
have to be okay
so how
with
should I be?
you're
Tell me
living.
what
The way-
where it is for women.
Where it is for women
Mm-hmm.
is
You just
that
gotta be okay with your bullshit.
No, but you
No,
but
it's not
but you-
bullshit.
No, it's not
But that's
bullshit.
what it
You-
sounds
it's
like.
perspective. No, but you understand.
Okay,
You know why?
let me
Because-
rephrase
no,
it.
wait,
We
wait.
gotta be okay with how
There's
God
things-
created you.
I'm putting you in charge. That's what I'm an advocate of. I'm an advocate of women being in charge of the entire world.
Facts.
Because I
you
have
feel
seen example after example after example where men just demonstrate they are too stupid. Right? We are simple beings. Fuck us, feed us, leave us alone. Real simple. Right? So now we are little boys, no matter how old we are little boys, we want our toys, we want to be pleased, we want our demands met, and then leave us alone. Right? We also will work 80-hour weeks to make sure our woman is okay.
That's not every man.
As every Caribbean woman in the world.
That's not
not
every
every
man.
man.
And the reason why you say that's not every man is because we often assume because the person has male genitalia, they are a man, and they are
Yeah,
not.
it's not.
There are boys, there are males, and there are men.
But what does that mean? You work 80 hours? Like, I just don't get it. Like, what's...
Let me help you.
Okay,
Don't
please.
worry.
No, I really need to get
I'm
it.
your Messiah.
Wait, we didn't answer this question.
You don't even need to pray to anybody else but me.
Before
Don't
we
even
get
worry
there,
about it.
you didn't answer. As women,
Yes,
we're allowing you to be
Yes.
men.
as a whole, in a whole.
So how do we do that? What do you want us to do? Give us like
What I would like you to do
The
is
manual.
stop being selfish and thinking that what you're going through is a solo experience.
I agree with
Stop
that.
hating
That's a good
on each other
We do not. We
all the
I
time.
mean,
No, we're more
Every
vocal
time.
about it, but men
If
hate
I
on their
walk,
peers
if
all the
I
time.
walk
personally,
anywhere with
yeah.
my woman, y'all do the skin,
No, men do the same
I know what
thing.
and then y'all do the smirk,
I
and then y'all do the hate.
I support my woman.
I think these days there's a lot
to
more
bring it
women
down.
empowerment than before.
It really depends
No,
on
but
in what
even though
industry.
I see like a lot more. You're right on the
I think-
on the
I
level
think
service.
us as women,
Yeah, as
we
women, we
see
still
a lot
support
more
and
women
support
empowerment.
and
Like I can go to a
Nowhere
club and
close.
I get more
But can I
compliments
say
from women than I
something?
get
But how
from
many
men.
women do you empower?
I always
If
share.
you get
How many
a
women
compliment,
you
I empower
empower?
every woman I come across.
A compliment is not
I
empowerment.
didn't say,
But
but
what-
did I say that that's all that I give?
No,
to
I don't
empower?
know. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not making a judgment.
Mhm.
I'm making
But
an
don't you feel like
observation.
men, when a woman, I know y'all all can attest to this, once you get a man comfortable, in the bed and they start to pillow talking, I don't give a fuck what kind of man it is,
They start talking.
they start
and
talking.
they
But
talk
women,
shit.
I'm gonna talk shit.
Yeah.
Some bitch like me, I'm gonna tell you. Some girls might say behind your back, whatever the situation is, but
We're
we're
just
more
more
vocal
vocal.
with it. Men, y'all just be eyeing other niggas in your head. Y'all just thinking mad shit, like, but y'all not
Yeah.
gonna say it.
I don't
You know what I'm saying?
I can't
I don't
relate
know.
to that.
Oh, that's never. You're not like that.
I don't
Nah,
even
that's
know that
weird.
girl.
Oh, okay. Y'all not
Because-
human.
I mean,
get it.
Now, keep
I
this
can't
in
speak on
mind.
that. No, I
This is what you have to keep in
can't.
mind.
Look,
This is what you have to keep
no,
in
no,
mind.
no, wait.
Feeling
My,
Let me say this.
Y'all are never jealous.
No, but
Y'all
let me
are
say
jealous.
this. Let me say this one thing. What you have to keep in mind,
Okay.
I'm 50 years old.
Okay.
I'm from a whole different world.
You got no more pillow talk.
Child.
There was a pillow talk back in the day.
I
No
come
more
from.
pillow
I
talk.
come
Yo, pillow
from.
talking, Reese.
I come from
Bruh,
Jamaican,
let's be
rude
real,
boy,
bruh.
gangster, gunner
Maybe the
people.
gangster ones.
Right?
Maybe the Jamaican.
No. Men at the base,
Fitting.
at the base we're the same, right? But our indoctrinations are different.
Yeah.
So for my era,
You agree with him?
For my era, you had to be an alpha male or you just had to hide. In this era, you could be a zeta male and then be on top and make and shame us for being alpha males. It's just different eras. So when I say I don't relate, it's not to shame anyone or look down on anyone or make anyone uncomfortable, which I really don't give a fuck anyway. But the reality of the situation is I come from an alpha male upbringing,
So your alpha male,
indoctrination.
it
Right?
taught
Also-
you to not have feelings.
No.
Or feel
Let me say something about the downside of the alpha male.
Mhm.
It lacks an intellectual ability.
Facts.
It lacks analysis. It lacks compassion. It
Emotion.
lacks the feminine side of you.
Do you believe?
And one more time, let's be very clear on this podcast. What I'm saying is that for great Zach Tate, when women unify and stop hating on each other, is when the world will be fixed. Because men will fall in line. My man is a feminist. They turned him out. He feels
You said you're gonna put all the pressure of the world on a
and
woman.
that's not a bad thing. It's just how we all are. What Reese feels, right?
You gotta.
What Reese feels. Hold on one
You
second.
gotta
Reese.
actually.
What Reese feels.
I wanna hear
That's
what
right.
Reese got to
That's right.
say.
That's right. That's right. What Reese is saying.
I used to be like that, bro. I used to be like that.
Where Reese is at, we all been there.
I used to be like
Till
that.
child
Shit-
support.
Shit just fucked up, bro. Bro, life is hard when you got a woman mad all the time, bro.
Word.
Facts.
Once she happy, bro, you
You
can
out
do
of
whatever.
balance.
Wow, can we stand up for him and give a standing ovation?
It's better when your woman is happy.
And I bet you're happier.
But if
too.
nothing can make her happy, then you're stuck.
You look like you just a headache. You a fucking headache. I can see him.
Men do hate other men too.
What's your sign?
Men do hate
And a
other
lot of
men
men
too.
pillow
Yes,
talk.
I
And a
heard
lot of
it.
men,
I saw
bro, that's
it.
why people be beefing and all that.
No, you don't
stuff.
see. What you have the mindset, Reese says, you know what? If a nigga did something to you, whatever, this, that, and the third. Oh, my bad, but a man, a human being, whatever. For me,
Mhm.
if I got no control over that, no, it's not in my hands, bro. I got nothing to do with me.
Alright, so you're a DJ, right?
I host parties as DJ.
Alright. When you at a party and you hear somebody on the mic, he's a DJ, you're like, what the fuck did you just play? In your mind, no?
Yeah.
What's that? You ain't just
In my mind, it's like,
That's not hate, bro.
So what is that?
But I can see. I can
explain that.
No. We can critique that because we are in
That's all it
we're in the industry.
But women.
But if you say, well, if I heard
Y'all men like to change synonyms, like
To make it sound better.
oh, I'm not jealous. It's
No,
territorial.
it's not.
Oh, it's not hate.
Okay,
It's
women
that's
do
actually
that.
she's right. That's what's happening.
That too. Men be That's different. I'm saying there's some men that get so jealous they start hating them.
No, bro. I don't know what that man did to earn whatever he did.
But I'm saying,
So
how
can
am
explain
I-
to you,
alright,
bro.
so
I might not be willing
are
to
we
do what he-
speaking
Well, you know what? I
basically the
praise y'all.
men in here, or are we speaking in
Hey,
general?
you came over here.
Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. Are we speaking about the men in here, or are we speaking in general?
No, we're
Like
speaking
in
in general.
general.
Yeah.
So you
I'm
can't
gonna need y'all
talk
to
on
speak
based
for
on
yourselves,
other
because
men.
each
No, I
man
can't.
is
Of course I
individual, and
can.
I've had niggas that have pillow talk, and I've had men say that they're.
I can't put like, I mean, when you're in the industry, you're hosting parties or you're doing on radio, or you feel like I should be somewhere that I'm not, or I should be, but someone else got that, I'll be like, well, how can I be, if me and you work on a radio station and you got a promotion, right?
Yeah.
How can I be mad at you? Somebody else hired you.
No.
How can I be mad because somebody hired you?
That's us though.
That
But
don't
I'm
make
saying
no
there's
to
some
me.
people out there that
That
actually.
makes no sense.
How
No,
did
but
you
I
get
think
that?
if it's something you really want, I think we need to like really think about feelings and how it works, and maybe you guys are not tapping
Can
into
I-
your feelings enough.
I want to
Like-
put this out there. Do you believe that men and women have both female and male energy?
Yes.
Yes, there's a lot of guys with bitch traits. A lot of guys.
I'm sorry.
It's not about bitch trade.
I'm sorry, not
sorry?
female traits. Not
It's not even about that.
Female trait.
We have XY chromosomes. Women have YY. Am I being technical? Whatever.
Oh, that's what you got for me.
But everybody has
Teach.
feminine and male energy.
Yes.
Women have male energy, men have male energy, but you also have feminine energy.
Yes.
Y'all just try to suppress it.
No, I explained to her earlier.
You just called yourself the alpha.
I said to her earlier.
But see, let me tell you why.
We can review the tape.
Let me tell you-
Rewind. I
wait,
said to her
Tape. Let me
that
tell you
the
why.
downside, Zach, great Zach to you. What I said to her, what I said to her was the downside of coming from my generation was that we are not allowed to be vulnerable to feminine side and all that. Remember the sensitivity, the
remember.
compassion we lack, so on and so forth. So to bring it back into topic regarding our relationships, right? We, when I say African American, Africans in America, Latinos and Africans, same people, right? When I say that, where we come from is a rites of passage, right? We come from a society where they said, here's a knife, go out there, don't come back unless you have a lion, right? A knife against a lion. That takes a lot of skill. A lot of people didn't come back, right? Or you were not considered an alpha male. That tradition has changed. We all the way into this century where you will be shamed nowadays to be the asshole like me to say, hey, I'm alpha male, this is what I am. I don't care about your feelings. I'm gonna tell her how it is because I'm a man. Take it or leave it. So when we talk about hate, it's not hate, it's competitiveness. Right?
There goes that
Your
synonym
nature as men is I have
Why
the
you
knife.
think that
Yeah,
we're
but
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna
Why-
break it down. I have the knife. I went and got the lion and brought it back. You died. When we allowed the weak to survive, we changed the whole course
That
of the
sounds
world.
like a lot of macho talk. You know?
That's what I'm telling you.
But we got
That is my point.
But
That is my point exactly.
Well, we got
Alpha male.
But
Alpha
then that's
male.
also it's a facade. Like I'm not.
No.
Y'all don't have no knives and no lions right now.
Didn't I tell you I'm your Messiah? I told
We
you
gotta
I'm your
bring it
Messiah.
back.
I'm gonna break it down real quick.
Yeah.
What happens is, to the alpha male, it turns into toxic thinking.
Right.
And then the thoughts, what they do is reinforce the toxic thinking.
Yeah.
And then American culture says, as long as you have the money. I'll put this on record. Floyd
That's true.
Mayweather is the most corniest alpha male in the world. He's corny, super corny.
But who gives these
Just 'cause
titles
you
out?
got-
How come he got alpha? Like who gives them out? Like how you?
Because he beats everybody. He's the greatest champion in the world.
okay.
As a boxer, I
Right.
bow to him. As a boxer, I used to box. I bow down.
Okay.
to his gangster
Here.
all the way.
Question.
But as a man, he's super corny. But what we do in this generation, we say he got the money, he's authority, whatever he says is okay.
Right.
The reason why is because the women,
Because, no.
right? The women, and it's going to be obscure. It's going to be something that people can't relate to because it will suggest that all of you unify. And we know unity is really hard to achieve. But if the women say, we are standing up, because if you look at the workforce in America, right, you're not going to hire us. It's not no accident we all felons and got, prison is a business,
Right.
right? You guys are less threatening. So they let you guys in, they give you the big salaries, you make more than us, and then you start telling us what to do. Unfortunately, based on war, disease, and sexual promiscuity, a lot of fathers are removed from the household. So the boy mimics the mother. So this is why, as Reese said, a lot of males have bitch-like tendencies because they've never been around a man. So when it comes to loving our women, when it comes to loving our women, when it comes to romancing our women, when it comes to creating our families, how do I know how to be a husband if I never see my father conduct himself like that?
Yeah.
You too.
So
My
it's up to
father
us.
is Jamaican. He's 78.
But
No, he's 83.
No, but I'm
He's
saying
on
you're
his
leaving
sixth
that
wife.
up to us.
He's like jealous
yeah, but
still.
you can,
So-
okay, listen. If you're a real man too, you can heal
Real
to
man,
your.
what's that?
I mean,
Define
what I
it
mean,
first.
okay, no, but what I'm saying is like you
Define
can.
real man first.
Real man, it's like for me, someone you were saying like, oh, I need an example as a man in the house to be myself a man. So if you missed that example in the house, like if you are a person that can, as a man, like you grew up, you raised yourself as a man, you've been through stuff as a man, like if you want to change and you want to become better for yourself, you can become a real, like what is a real man too, like the father you will love to have for yourself, you can become that father too. Like women we go through a lot of bullshit and we still like try to carry ourselves and we learn from our mistakes and we keep pushing and pushing and pushing. We have no excuses. So I don't want to have like no bullshit about, oh, but I never met my
Right.
dad,
I'm gonna
I
piggyback
never
off of
whatever. Like
As an alpha
you
man,
can-
because
you
that's what
can-
you claim to be.
you can heal
I could answer
from
that.
everything, you know.
I could answer that for you.
Yeah. So tell me.
In order to do that, I have to be more like Reese, where I have found a mate that's going to teach me how to be a better man.
Yeah, you need examples.
So
in your life.
not only that, guidance. If my woman says, if she says, that doesn't work. If you do these next 10 steps, this is what harm is going to be done to the family. The man will fall in line.
Yeah.
Because any man
Yeah.
who wants a wife, who wants somebody that says, this is my woman, is because in his mind,
Yep.
they're not going to admit, but
I'll
I'm
admit it.
I'm going to say it.
No, I'll admit it.
In his mind, she's better than
Yeah,
him.
facts. Okay.
And once he finds the one, he says, she's better than me. Right? He bows down.
Yeah.
He don't want to. He want to be there every night.
Yep.
He want to give her gifts, love.
Facts.
All
Fact.
that. He want to be the greatest she ever
A
had.
man know when a woman
Because
gonna elevate you. Trust me.
He gets.
Everything's left up to us.
It's coming. Everything is left up to you.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I'm not. Not with that. I'm not okay with that.
Okay, but once you understand that a child, right? Once you understand that your ovary, the sperm did not pick the ovary. America, the sperm did not pick the ovary. The ovary picked the sperm. The spirit is not in the body. The body is in the spirit. And when the spirit that has no beginning or ending will be here forever, is just using this body to get around on earth, says, this is the sperm I'm choosing. So when y'all pick deadbeat sperm, don't be mad at the deadbeat guy. You chose that. It's not the guy's fault, it's not men's fault, it's none of that.
I've gotten
Right?
this whole topic that there is no responsibility put on men.
Okay, no,
Right,
no,
they
no,
have
wait.
Wait, can we just go back?
I'm not saying that.
We've gone to talk about Africa.
You have to survive the bullshit.
I'm
like
trying to bring it
everything
back.
has to
Okay.
be
Alright,
solved.
So we're talking about the alpha male. Do alpha male believe in romance?
Have to.
I have to. Once that just
Do you
goes back
think it's
to.
so, what is romance for an alpha male?
But you have to understand, like every situation, like we're speaking in general terms. You know what I mean? If I'm dating Sky, I'm gonna learn Sky. I gotta know what Sky like. What Sky might find romantic is not gonna be what y'all find romantic. So a man knows when he wanna be what will make you happy, regardless of whatever he say. Because like he said earlier, when a man knows you and loves you, feels like you the one, you gonna fall the fucking line. And trust me, I didn't feel in fucking line before. And when I did, I was living my best life. I was happy. So once you, and generically it's easy to say, have these conversations, but when I'm talking to you and you alone, it's like, all right, we gotta figure out the equation for us. And once we figure out the equation for us, I know Sky likes flowers. Like for example, I buy my mom, when I was living here on the regular, I buy my mom flowers every Friday. My mom does not like red roses. Now for a man, it's easy to say, if I'm gonna get my girl some roses, the first thing he gonna grab is red roses.
Yeah.
But my mom's favorite color was green. So guess what that nigga had to do? I had to get white roses on Thursday. Then I had to go to my dad's house to LeBron down around the street. And I had to put the white roses in a green food color.
But do men do that today?
Yes, they do. If I know you.
If they want
But
to.
but we gotta have those conversations. And I gotta be.
The women in the room, have y'all ever experienced this?
A man going above and beyond for you.
A lot of, even though they be like full of shit and it doesn't work out in the end, like I can say I've had like good courtship.
Yeah, courting.
Yeah.
But like that's just me.
But it has to be demanded too. Like almost you have to set the tone.
Yeah, but
I don't feel like it's ever anything natural.
I disagree with that.
I don't like.
Well, for me, I've never had that. I'm saying it may be out there, but I haven't.
personally don't feel comfortable with asking for what I want.
No, I'm not asking.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No, but you, all right. So for me,
Like, I
for me
shouldn't have to
personally,
ask.
But yeah, like
you.
knowing these things are on the table. Like I'm not the bitch that you could take here, but you could take me here, or you know, I like this, I like that, or I want something serious and not
Because
like.
I feel, as you say, like if a man wants to know, he's gonna ask you first.
You're gonna
and
ask.
then you can like put your
but
limits.
as a man, we gotta figure out. You know, like I said, dating when I was in
But that
college.
takes time and dating.
time.
Yeah.
And asking questions.
That
Don't
also
like.
comes back to understanding the other person too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I say, okay, boom, when I had a girl, I wasn't balling. I had a little money in my pocket. I probably did good here and there. I might do a little something. But for the most part, bro, me and my girl, I should make sure I designated nights just for me and her. So I knew Tuesdays was movie night. Why was Tuesdays? Because shit, movies was $5. I fucking love movies.
Right.
My bitch gonna
That's
go
cute.
we can go to KFC and stuff, and she gonna sneak them shits in her big ass purse. I gotta respect that because she sees my effort, so she gonna meet me halfway. Like, oh, you buy the tickets?
Yeah, I agree.
Nigga, I'm gonna buy you the food. Boom. I'm on Groupon every day. All right, they got a little Thai restaurant. Okay, they got this little $30 coupon.
But no, that's
I know
real.
it's I know it's
Some men will
but
be
I'm
like,
saying, I know
oh,
it's
got shit in my
$100 to eat
pocket,
there.
I'm not doing nothing.
I
At
can't
least
afford
you
a
put it
$100
in
meal,
my-
but I can afford a $30 coupon though.
Right.
That we only can go on like a Friday or a Tuesday or
You
Wednesday.
even gotta spend money to be romantic.
True.
No, you can just
But,
go on a
I'm just giving
beach
my
and
personal example because, like I said,
No, I'm just throwing it.
no reason. But you're right. But on the grand scheme of like, or just speaking in general. But personally, like when I was in a relationship, it felt good that I could randomly go pick up my girl's car from work, go get that shit washed, fill up her fucking tank by the time she got off. For me, I felt great. She could have a weekend car full of tank of gas. Might be something still small, but fucking 19, 20.
It feels good giving.
Yeah, it feels as good making sure she's
Giving,
straight.
loving.
Let me ask all the men in the room. Do you feel, have you analyzed, have you concluded that part of who you are is multiplied, expounded on, and makes you greater when you please a woman? So I have a unanimous, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you said yes, you say yes, I say yes, you say yes, you say yes. Right? It's our nature. This is my whole point. If you guys learn how to put the string in us, then we become your puppets without a problem. The reason why the world, the reason why our cultures, the reason why we are dictated in North America the way we are is because we don't have woman leadership at the highest level. I'm not saying that if we share women, that we are downing them, suppressing them, or minimizing their greatness. What I'm simply saying is that it's another way of praising you and dealing with the reality. The numbers is math. The numbers don't lie. You guys are God has made more of you than us. What are we going to do with those numbers? Are you going to be the selfish woman who says, I don't know why he needs other women? That's his nature.
Delusional.
That's
oh my God.
You would be delusional.
Oh, you're delusional.
Okay, no, you're gonna.
I'm delusional. Hold on.
No. I know you're going. You don't know. I do know. Because I agree with you. Please agree with you. No, I know you're not. Let me set you up. I'm gonna show you out. Let me throw you. I know you're going. All right. I know where he's going with this, and he's 100% right. But I'm gonna tell you like this. We live in America, the greatest country in the world. Let's be honest. We're not going to Africa. We're not going to a lot of these places. We're not going to Jamaica. We're not going back to Haiti to start up. You're not going to them places. You're not going to live there.
Right.
We're too comfortable. We got it too good. You know what I'm saying? So in America, we are allowed to live in these fantasy worlds where the weak can survive, the weak can be on top. So sometimes when he's speaking on these things, we're speaking on a sense of like ground zero, the reality of the world.
The reality is she went into a restaurant and seen her man with another woman.
Yeah.
Okay, but what does that mean? First of all, it wasn't my man.
When she saw that, she identified him as her man.
It was a natural feeling, which I was trying to tell you guys earlier.
Hold on.
But I'm not mad at him.
I want her to be the leader of all women who decide how do you approach your man who's with another woman. I want her to be the leader. Because when she walked into Prime to hang out on Valentine's Day, this stupid ass shit.
Excuse me?
If your man only send you flowers and take care of you on one day of the year, something wrong.
Did you get him anything?
No, that's what I'm saying, guys. Bring it in. Let's bring it in.
Exactly, let's bring it in.
I just said somebody
I want to know what he has to say.
Reese, go ahead, Reese.
Nah, that's true though. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of men don't get stuff on Valentine's Day.
I don't know.
A lot of men what?
Oh, fathers and husbands are the
That's a least
rewarded.
Oh, you said men don't get gifts. I was just talking about that. I think they should
You are the
definitely
least
get
rewarded
gifts.
unless you establish a relationship from the beginning where you explain, listen, all that stuff about me just giving you and not wanting is a lie. I give you because I want it back.
Nah, but like you said, it's like a mind thing.
I don't think women are going to do anything for men where they don't know where they're at.
But you have expectations.
Explain.
What happened?
What
You have expectations for us to give you something.
No, I don't. I didn't get shit on Friday. Not even got to get happy Valentine's Day. I went to work, I went home and fell the fuck to sleep and I was okay.
But were you happy?
I was.
Are there girls you talking? Are the men that you're talking to that you thought, damn, at least I'm gonna get a happy Valentine's?
No, I will say for the first Valentine's in all my 28 years of life, I was happy. Like I didn't give a fuck about not receiving anything.
But this time,
But it had.
You don't always have to shit. My man went to the strip club.
What happened?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a gift.
I said me and my man, we just went to the strip club.
Whoa, stop. Stop, wait, please, I beg everybody, I'll shut up after this, I swear. Stop. You and your man went to the strip club.
Yes.
God bless you.
Wouldn't y'all all be down for that though?
I did that too.
No!
This is Miami. Ain't nobody
Because you acknowledge somewhere, Scott, what's your name, Scott?
Faith.
I need more of that. So, somewhere you acknowledge, I recognize a man's nature.
No,
Or did you want to go with her?
I want to I like slapping booty and throwing money too.
No, listen.
Women like that
Well,
shit.
listen.
It's the new fucking generation.
What's the
We
name?
don't
I'm
do
the-
that.
Okay,
Jack the Greater?
I'm the biggest lesbian in America.
Don't call it
So
that.
thank you, I understand. God bless you.
Nah, you know what happened? You know what it is? They want to go because you going. But if you go by yourself, it's
That's
different.
not what she said.
No.
You don't
I
think
would
so?
not give
She
a
said
fuck.
she took the lead.
Yeah,
We both want to
No,
all
she
the
said
time.
And no heterosexual man.
I got myself to
If his woman
to
says,
win.
let's go to strip club, he's gonna go, nah.
No.
He said,
Valentine's Day,
no,
with
yeah.
the dinner.
Let's go.
If the man go by himself, it's a different story, dude.
Yes, he's a different dude, but you know when the man is by himself, he's a different guy anyway.
It's facts.
On
Yeah, and we know that,
on
so.
social media, he's like the love
If
of
you
my
don't
life.
know that as a
Hold on.
woman,
But we go out
Right.
as a
Literally.
woman.
On
you know,
social
because
media, he's like the love of my life. Happy anniversary, baby. I love. They kill me with this. They, happy anniversary, baby. The love of my life. You're the greatest thing on social media, right? Then when he in the bar with us, he's like, yo, I hate this bitch. This bitch get on my nerves. She killing me. I swear to God. I hope she died and all that, right?
But wait, you think we don't do the same thing?
Right.
No. First of all,
I was just wondering.
First of all, in my experience, women are the greatest cheaters.
Facts.
I agree.
Women are the greatest being.
Can you stop exposing us?
Women are the greatest creation,
Child, they already know this.
right?
Right.
The problem is men who will blow $1 billion
Why is that a
in
problem?
divorce, right?
In divorce.
Because he slept with the maid, right? The maid looks like horror.
But what about if your girl slept with the maid? Or the guy who cuts the grass?
So I don't know the context of your question, so I'm gonna
I
take it.
can,
No,
let me give it
I'm
to
gonna break
you.
that down. I know exactly where you're going.
Yeah, give it
Let
to
me
me.
break my question down.
Break it down.
I want to know because I just feel like, again, I don't understand why this keeps turning to something that's like sexual. Like, babe,
It's
you're
all
being
about sex.
selfish. Okay.
We're men.
Delusional.
All we want to say.
But how do you, okay, I'm gonna just put myself out there because I don't
You want
give
the
a fuck.
wildest, craziest
I like sex too. I like the wildest,
No.
craziest sex. No, but
We are
wait.
motivated by it.
Can you? I'm motivated by good dick. What you mean? Like,
Good
and
dick.
there's a lot of women like that though. There's, and then when we wait, hold on, because I'm having my moment. When we are like that, we're hoes or we're thoughts. And then let me tell you something.
Summer Walker
insecure,
said
man.
it best.
No, come on. You listen.
insecure,
Not
man.
everybody is walking around like you. Let's just
No,
let's
that's
just be honest.
insecure men though.
That would make them great.
It's not about the
God.
insecurity. It's about how we were conditioned and how they know like,
Nah,
oh,
that's
you gotta be
insecurity.
mad if your bitch is out there doing that, or
Haitian
if
prince
she
is
feel
our
like
president.
this. Yes, it is.
Let's just talk about science.
Listen, if
too.
I'm
Science
I have
too.
something about science.
Talk about
I have
science.
something about science.
Break it down.
Like ladies, per nature, we are born like we're really born like sexually born before men. It's proved by science.
Absolutely.
It means we need more to change more often males.
Y'all were
Yes.
women before y'all were
Just
men.
because
Yes.
we,
Wow,
we
thank you.
also have to become mom one day, and we also have feeling we have more responsibilities. We set up for one man.
Yes.
But our body react to more like is more.
No, we're not denying
You know what I
that.
mean?
That's
So-
why.
But no, that's why my question
No.
was, would you be
Yes.
upset if the tables were turned? Because at the end of the day, you don't want it to be
Cool.
selfish.
Because I'm
So let's
saying-
all just be out here fucking.
Let me
So,
say
what
this.
is your
If
question?
No, we are. We really are.
If women did what men did, which we do,
We was lining you up and killing
But we
you.
Right, and that's what I mean. That's not fair.
it's a double
We're not dealing
standard.
with
No,
fear.
but
It's
that's
because
and
you didn't
that's
listen to what I said
What?
earlier.
Okay, so repeat it for me, please.
You
I'm
have
sorry.
to pay attention, like you're in church and I'm giving a sermon,
Okay,
because
alright.
I am your Messiah.
Yes.
What
He
you have to
wants control
understand.
if you didn't realize
No, it's
this.
not
No,
control.
yeah. Oh no, you're
It's not
definitely.
control, it's influence. There's a difference. So,
Oh, you're not gonna do that.
no,
There was a
what I'm
sentence
saying is
again.
this, right? What I'm saying is this. What I said to you earlier is that men are motivated to please women. And the minute that women, the greatest creation in this world, you have the children, right? It's called womb man for a reason. You have a womb, you give life, yet you can balance man. So, you become our leaders, right? Our dads could say anything. We'll flip on our dads for our mothers any day of the week because we came out of her womb. When we marry someone, Reese's fiance is exactly like his mother. And I don't know him.
That's not your Reese?
Okay, I'm wrong. So there are some traits.
Something
I'm pretty
little,
sure.
Little bit.
Because that's just how it works.
And if
yeah,
we
I'm
keep
pretty
talking,
sure.
Reese, and you keep drinking, you're gonna be like, yo, she's just like my mom. So, what we do is we look for that womb forever. We buy portions.
But then when we sit
You want
here,
me to finish?
no,
You buy
because
portions.
wait, when we sit
I
here
need to
and
know
look
what
at
the fuck
you,
the guy that cuts
it's
the
a
grass.
problem.
The reason
Yeah,
why
I
you
see that.
can,
You get
Oh,
mad
you're
annoyed.
like
the
my
reason
mother.
why you can and cannot
We
fuck
take
the
that
guy
as
that
an
cuts
insult.
the grass.
It is an insult.
Let me tell you why
You
you
ain't gotta talk about your
can
mother.
fuck the guy that cuts the grass.
Okay.
Because it's your body, you do what you want to do.
Right, and I can't
You
because
can't because if I see you greater than me as my wife, right, and I'm busting my ass to make sure I'm pleasing you.
while you're pleasing someone else.
No, listen.
Okay.
Sex for a man is like a glass of
sex
wine.
for a man. Shit.
We are animals. We
Okay.
have billions of sperm in a month. We are animals. This is how God created us. For a man, you can have sex the very second, because I think I slept with more women than you. I'm just guessing. The very second we nut, orgasm, come, whatever is your vernacular, we are saying to ourselves, get the fuck away from me. I don't even know why I came here. This is disgusting. I'm a beast. This is crazy. I gotta get out of here. Let me get home to my wife.
And you're
Right?
saying the women who think like that are women
No, no.
that are trying to be like men.
No, I'm not saying that.
But
I'm
the woman is
saying
not able to do
what
something like that.
the assistant CEO of this podcast was saying is that we have male and female hormones. Some are more heightened, right, than others. So each individual, each of us is just a bag of chemistry. Some chemicals are higher than others. Some have more
So you
estrogen
agree that
and
some women
testosterone.
can do that?
Yes, of
Okay.
course. But I'm letting you know how it's interpreted to a man who loves you
Right.
and see you as his woman. He made you his woman because he sees you as higher. There's a million women that's giving what
So
you
you don't
give.
think we
There's
should
nothing.
see our man as higher?
No. Haitian princess, listen.
Princess,
It's not
baby.
princess, right? Sorry, I'm drunk. So it's nothing that you can offer a man. There's nothing you can give me that no other woman that can give me.
Yeah. But
Sex,
as a human,
sex,
you can find
love,
something else to do.
you cook meal, you
Bring it
cook
back
well,
over here.
whatever.
You give her
The difference is your spiritual experience. No one can give me your spiritual experience. No one can give me
I really
compatibility.
enjoy. You guys still haven't given me the answer, and I really want to do it for like personal
So
reasons.
if you fuck the guy that cut the grass, you a
Yeah.
fucking whore.
No,
and
but
slut, and you need to die.
Not
You
only
need to die
that.
because I'm out working 80 hours to take care of your slut
Yeah,
ass.
but why
So y'all
So
don't
cause you not gonna cut the
agree.
grass. I need to go get somebody else.
Why you walk
You agree I'm delusional.
So
Right. Another thing.
why you he's
What women are not
walking
honest
to the
about is dick matters,
Yeah.
right?
Who's not?
Who's not honest about
No,
that?
publicly, you meet a guy. All right, look. You meet a guy, right? He romance you. He tricks hard. He buys you everything you want. But his dick is the size of a finger.
Well, you're gonna
It's not gonna
end
work,
up in the group chat
right?
of female.
Then you meet a piece of shit like me that's dick as long as this table.
All right.
Now you're saying
down.
that's good, right? You're saying that's good, but damn, I want the other thing. You can't have it both ways. That's God's sense of humor. So somewhere you have to find middle ground and determine to yourself what is important for me: survival, security, companionship.
That's different.
That sounds like
Every
settling.
woman is different.
Do guys, you have to do.
So the
guys have
guys
to
with
choose
little
for
dicks
that?
is hope for you.
Do you have to what?
Okay, do you guys have to choose for that? Like, okay,
No.
she's not that pretty, but she's that.
Oh,
Or,
I'm saying,
I want
give
pretty
me
and
them
this
sevens.
and this.
Every guy is
Give me them
different.
sevens all day.
Okay.
Based on his relationship
But
with his
But you
mother.
have to sell.
Based on the relationship with his
Okay.
mother.
Seven with a bill.
Based on the relationship with his mother,
I want to
is
see
going to determine
when
what
she
his
drop the
needs
baby,
are.
she get thick. I ain't worried about the big booty now.
Why
When
is
she drop
seven?
the babies,
Why is seven?
All right.
because I
So
feel
what,
like-
for example, you're.
Mine is 7 to 10 ratio. So when you deal with a 10, well, what we consider as a 10, a dime
They
woman.
useless.
Oh my God, they're the worst.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna break it down for you.
What is
I'm gonna break it down for you.
What is
It's
They
so
are useless.
amusing that you guys think that shit, like y'all run shit. Like,
She
I
is.
just
No,
love
no,
that.
but she is. Shit down, right?
No.
She do good. She drives good. You get to her house and she's sleeping on a mattress. Right? She got all the clothes, all the bags, and she's sleeping on the air mattress. Come on.
But the women, wait, hold on. The women who are in that group, guess what? Listen, the men who are in that group are borrowing their friends' clothes. They're borrowing their clothes,
They're sleeping in the storage center.
Right.
I said about the streeper.
Hold on, I'm gonna no, let me just say one
My
thing.
friends are streeper.
Are we saying? But see, y'all missing the whole point of
No,
when he's saying, I'm
So
saying.
let it go.
At the end of the day, no, we're saying that women are the superior creature.
Okay.
At the end of the day, all we're saying is the basis of our foundation in my mind that I understand completely is that women are the superior creature no matter whatever we're saying.
We understand
You're
that.
I'm just saying that so y'all can fuck other bitches. I don't
We're
want to
saying
hear
it so we can stop fucking other bitches.
Be quiet. I just need to know this. What is the specifications of a 10? Because y'all want a 10, but y'all looking like 5.
No.
Yeah, right.
We don't care. We don't care. We got this 5 to right now. The numbers
I'm 6'4". I can never be a 5.
Let's
My height makes me a 7 off rip.
No, the numbers. The numbers of how God created this, right? Is y'all think about dick more than we think about pussy. We think about money more than we think about pussy. So now, y'all think about a state of mind and peace and comfort. That's what y'all think about.
I'm entirely
sexist. You're entirely sexist.
Yes, I am. So, I'm not sexist. I'm Jamaican. There's a difference.
Oh God. Okay.
So, now, for you guys, right?
Are you gonna answer the question?
Haitian princess is gonna say, that's it. I'm gonna get into myself. That's it. I'm gonna be celibate. And then the batteries die. And she says, no.
That be me every month. I'm not even gonna lie.
Thank you.
Did I not just say I was gonna be celibate?
Like, no, I'm tripping.
I'm tripping.
No, but
Let me go to my phone and call him over. Right?
Mr.
And now when you call him over, he's a fucking lowlife.
He ain't shit.
He ain't shit. All he can do is fuck right. That's all he can do. But what you do is you say, oh, that was amazing.
Y'all have these high standards, but
no.
No.
Let me tell
Listen,
you.
get used to it.
The concept of
Don't
the
try to
remember,
No,
I said I wanted a 7. So you
It's always going to be a double.
You don't need
concept of-
anybody to repeating your
No, but
doctrine.
the concept.
Okay, but I'm taking it to you real.
The
I told you at
concept,
the beginning.
the concept of the 10 is not saying that what I want is a 10, but what
all visual.
Exactly, it's very visual. So when you deal with a 10, right? They're getting the most DM, they're getting approached the most. They're getting so that means if
And
wait,
why-
let me
Why just can't handle it?
let me tell you.
Why are pretty girls like?
No, I don't
pretty
know.
girls can't cook. Pretty girls.
I never said that.
Pretty girls,
I never said that.
Why?
What happens when you find a pretty girl that can cook, that can do all those things that
you
you
get
want?
her pregnant.
Has the person.
Yes.
Can you
Marry
You're
her.
not in that bitch. You're not in that ass. What you mean? You come
That's why Reese's is fiance. I guarantee you, Reese's fiance is prettier than him.
Yeah.
Guarantee you.
But I'm saying the concept of the 10 is like, all right, the 10 gets
I
the
feel like
most.
the girls always have.
But the 10 gets all the DMs.
Not all the
They
time.
get all the messages.
God, I
So
have
if
to
a 10 gets approached 500 times,
Yes.
how much you gonna see through the crack? Let's say 500. Let's gonna say about 100. The 7 gonna get 50 approaches, 50 DMs.
Okay, and
3 gonna
Five?
Wait. 5.
That self-esteem is in the basement.
Exactly. So
Wifey.
they gonna slide.
oh
so,
my God, you guys are disgusting.
No, so
Yes, don't forget that.
Oh my God, I cannot.
So now that the 10 is getting more approaches out of that more, that means she's fucking more than the average woman.
What?
That's what you
Yes.
think.
No.
That's
Just based on numbers. No, just based on numbers.
Say she's being quoted by
She's all right.
When the woman goes back to the
He's changing it. He's changing it.
Wrong word. She's being courted. No, I'm lying. She's being courted by more than.
Is that what you
more
meant
than
when you
one.
said fucking?
No. That includes all of that.
I'm his
Fucking
buddy.
dates,
I'm
money,
his buddy.
trips.
No, I felt like you really meant that.
No. He was confused.
You know what? You let him speak.
He's a man.
No.
Let him speak.
No, like I said.
Courting doesn't mean
When I say
fucking.
fucking,
No, he's-
and even when I did say
confused.
fucking, I'm talking
He's
about dates,
confused.
talking about trips, whatever, companionship,
I refuse
texting,
all the
just
tricks.
more contact. You're getting
That's all
the
the
numbers.
bullshit.
Right.
I never ever been to know like I have a lot.
Let me see DMs right now. Hold on.
I have a lot of people.
Okay, let me see DMs right now.
I have a lot of people asking me for trips and dinner, like bring me new bags and stuff.
Yes.
I'm like, what am I gonna have to do for that? And this is
No,
things that
you're messing up.
No, I do not answer my DMs
You need
because
me
I'm
to
like,
be a
I do
manager.
not
They should
answer
get
my
an exchange
DMs
of like
because I
sex
feel
or
it's an exchange and I'm not a worker
agree.
and I don't want
We're
to
not
deal with
missing-
that, so I do not even answer.
No,
my
but you
shit,
need to
and I
look
don't
at it
want that.
and say to yourself for the rest of your life, let me help you.
So what? I have to ensure and say yeah.
I'm going to help you. Can you listen? I don't
Explain
believe
me.
you.
You gotta scare me.
Listen, but I'm gonna try.
And that's what it said.
Right.
Put the bag in dish.
Skyline.
Men
Yeah, I bet
are
on that.
not.
Man, see, no, I know DMs.
Everybody repeat after me. That's a
2,400
female.
send that to me right
Men are
BOA.
not that smart.
Yeah, but they expect
So
something.
stop.
You got
I don't want to
me.
be playing
No.
with someone's feelings.
Listen
or
to me.
They ask for
No.
something.
You're missing it. You're missing the point. What you're supposed to say is,
I'm gonna be single.
I need a house, I need a car, I need whatever it is that you need, right? And you have to determine yourself what is really important to you, right? And there's a sucker who will give it to you with no sex at all.
Facts.
Because the way that the male ego is centered, right? Especially if his dick is the size of a finger, right? Or especially if he's 300 pounds.
If he's
Especially if he's an athlete from Alabama and just signed to the Colts or whatever,
Yeah.
right? He doesn't know. He's looking at you and he's caught into your beauty. As men, we are caught into beauty. We are visual beings. We will always be visual beings. When we are fucking you, we are thinking of somebody that looks better than you. And we're taking it out on you. Because that's how we think. That's how we think, right? But when it comes to raising our kids, coming home to you every night, we want to know that our heart is safe.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, the woman that our heart is safe with is not the woman that
not
we
the
visualize.
10. Yeah.
Because we're that stupid.
Exactly.
And if you try to change that, you're going to be frustrated for the rest of your life. So when a man comes to you and says, I want to buy you a boat, you say, no, I need 3 boats.
Or yacht.
And he runs away, or you know what his dumb ass does? He buys you 3 boats.
Yep. And then take.
So go get 3 boats.
Okay, don't
Listen,
call me
I'm
a
not-
hoe when you're gonna
Listen.
see me with
No. I'm just like, I'm gonna get one. Invite me. Listen.
You're gonna be
I will never listen.
on the boat.
No, I will never. Look, I understand the double standard exists, and I'll tell any woman.
Don't try to
I'll tell
change.
any woman. You better use that shit, cause guess what? Them looks ain't gonna last forever.
because you will
So use them shit's why you got it.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
Let me teach
Like,
you.
use them
and
I
all
all
just
of
feel
the
like
nerds.
the power needs to shift because we all have it. So this whole
No,
conversation where
you
you
have it.
guys,
Hold on. Y'all have it.
you
Hold on.
on.
Haitian princess,
You
y'all have
hold on.
hey, you,
Every time.
y'all have all the power.
Every time
No,
you have all the power.
Y'all want us to have a very submissive, quiet
No,
power.
no,
I have the same power that y'all have, so
no.
y'all need to sit
You
down.
got it all wrong.
No, I got it right.
No, you don't.
I do.
Let me teach you something. Every time a man puts his dick in your mouth, you have all the power.
You know what? Absolutely
Because
not.
if you bite
When a man
down,
has,
if you bite down, his life
get
changes
real on
forever.
this shit.
Are you listening? If you bite down, especially if you can deep throat,
Yeah.
his life changes forever. So you are the one with all the power. What's wrong is the way that women in America, and I'm saying this in all honesty, the way in North America, based on movies, romance novels,
R&B
indoctrination, R&B music, whatever you call it, you guys have been taught or accepted, not taught, you have been accepted. You accepted somewhere this trick that you are secondary. And once you change that narrative, every time a man allows you to give head, you like giving head?
Next question.
Okay, so I'm glad you saw in class today. So every time a man says, go ahead, he's saying this is the most vulnerable position.
Exactly.
If he doesn't know that, he's a fucking idiot. Right? Because if you decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna bite down on this piece of shit, his life is never the same
Look at
again.
how you just brought what I said.
I'm showing you how powerful
you are.
You are.
Yeah, you're
cannot.
not
Right? And then we will work 2-3 jobs, and be tired and exhausted. And at the end of the week, say, baby, you want to go out to eat?
Yeah.
You want a gift? You want flowers? You want roses?
Sorry.
Because of the head?
on 3.
No! Now you just stop!
I don't get. I get it.
No, you so focused on the dick, like
He's saying the
You
niggas.
just gave an entire example.
Nah, but
No,
what he's
It's
saying.
a dick in my mouth.
Reese, tell him, Reese.
He's saying a guy's basically put his life on the line.
For you,
Not even that. Wait, take out the head, take out the sex.
he's giving you, like, he's sending you, like, I entrust you with my life.
No, not even that. He's
Yo.
saying,
Still not understanding what
as women,
Change
we're
my
not
life.
playing the part we need to play for y'all. We lost the manual.
No.
Yes.
Nobody understands what y'all two got going on.
Listen. It's okay.
No.
It's okay not to understand. As long as you admit that you don't understand, is the beginning of you seeking knowledge.
See, no, oh my God, you be getting in. You cannot get in.
Yes, I'm the Messiah.
I
Can I
cannot.
tell you what
I am the
he's
answer for the whole America. I'm trying to teach you that.
What he's trying to say is,
I am your help.
we as I would want to say millennials.
Preach.
We as millennials have lost. We're a different type of breed compared to our parents.
Lord, shit,
Oh
dignity.
yes.
Compared to our moms, they put up with a lot of shit. They've put up with their men, their husbands of
They
20, 30 plus
understood.
years
They
cheating.
love each other.
And they're okay with it. But you know what? Millennials,
They
we
settle
as women, we've been encouraged to be empowered. We've encouraged to get the bag.
Right.
We've encouraged,
That's the problem.
And that's the problem.
and that is the
So
problem.
all goes back to when I said
So
you guys
now
are
we have
delusional.
No, you're delusional.
So what he's trying to say is like.
Actually, you're delusional.
So what he's trying to say
But it's
now.
hard for you to look in the mirror and say, I'm delusional. Everything
We
else
have-
Can you
is a
continue,
lie.
please?
We have. What? Remember when you said the power has shifted?
Yes.
It really has, sis. We got the bag more than niggas that got the bag.
And they're mad, and they're
Forever.
upset, and they're sad.
Who?
Yeah.
You have
Insecure niggas are.
You have pics of
No,
very
No, I'm saying, like,
strange
you
guys.
just said that you wanted it, like, you said back then, like, oh yeah, that's the problem, is that we are
But yeah, let me
becoming
finish what I was
empowered.
gonna say.
No, that's not the problem.
We're getting the
I
bag
want you
more
to
than they
become
ever have now. But we're losing our
But that don't-
feminism, our
that
like
shouldn't make-
Yes.
feminine energy.
Power.
But what I'm trying to say is all I got from what they understand feminine energy is like you were just saying like the women back then we did this, we did that. So because we're not like submissive and just okay with everything you guys
Because
are doing.
they want us to do both.
No, you have to understand this one more time. So
You would love if we did both. Get the
no,
bag and be submissive to you.
no.
Y'all missing everything.
You missed
Y'all
the
missed-
part
yeah.
when
You
I
wouldn't be
said.
okay with us
Do
being.
you know what it takes to work 80 hours a week?
I've done it. Come on, next.
Stop.
Well, we don't have to work 80 hours
Oh my God, I
a week.
can't.
Yeah, a bag.
No.
I did 40.
We work 80 hours a week for you.
Oh, I do it.
You
for
don't even
myself.
have to be
That's
employed.
true. I do it
Yeah.
for myself. I do like.
We will work 80 hours. That means we work at 80 and we getting ready to go to work for another 20. So it's basically a 100-hour work week.
That's-
Stop. Listen.
Did you just stop me?
Yes.
No, I'm kidding.
So you can be understanding. So you won't be confused. We will work 2 jobs, sometimes 3. Bust our ass. Hate it. Complain. Cry. Everything. We come home and you say to us, you Superman. You can do it, baby.
Recently,
That's what he's
We'll work
in there.
120. Cause we're not that smart.
Okay with this.
And then
We're
you
not
say,
okay
you
with
say,
Hey.
baby,
Whoever that is.
listen to me.
stupid as-
You say to us, baby,
Oh, we go.
I see how you take care of our family, and you give them some head, and you have some sex with them, and maybe 4 times a week invite another girl to the bedroom. He will never, ever
Never.
leave, stop working 100 hours for you, because that's how simple-minded men are. And when women recognize how simple-minded and how powerful they are, because for you to acknowledge how powerful you are
Yeah.
means you have to go against everything you've been taught.
Can we
And
pause
that's
it for a
not comfortable.
second? Lisa, what you gotta say?
That'll never work because men, they look at, the 1 to 10 scale, she a 10, da 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 da. But females, they look at guys the same way too. They can get any guy that'll do anything for them, but they want the 6'4" guy, or they don't.
They want the 10 too.
Yeah, they don't go for.
Let me
guys
explain the
or
problem with that,
guys.
Lisa.
Okay.
It's because women don't have intentional dating.
Yeah.
They don't understand mate selection. Women
Because you
will-
never hunted.
Women will get into emotions
When
instead
did
of
y'all
an
get on the same
agenda.
page?
Well, I could actually agree with that.
Women
Y'all
don't
never
say-
hunted before. Y'all never
women
had a
don't
kill.
say- Small women say, you know
Laurie,
what, I
how
want
big
to
of
like.
a lesson? Like,
Small women say, I want to like. Let's use Janet Jackson. I'm gonna throw her under the bus. Yes, Janet. I'm hating right now. So, Janet Jackson gets with a billionaire, right? The billionaire is crazy about her. Janet says, okay, I'm gonna entertain you, but you have to sign a prenup. The
Is he
prenup,
attractive?
excuse me?
Is he attractive?
It does not matter. His money and security is attractive.
But she
Because
has her own
Janet,
money.
that, you see.
no, it's
but
not
she still
enough.
married him though.
She doesn't have enough.
Millions or 100 millions compared to billions is a different world. It means that my children never have to worry. We have a legacy and we have an influence on society forever.
Is that not enough for you, or is that
No,
not
no, no.
enough for
I'm
them?
just explaining how
No,
it is.
there's
in corporate America.
millions,
You
and
can
that's the
accept
difference
it or
between
not.
millions and billions.
I ain't
But
going to
what-
sue for nothing.
What if she's
So,
not looking at that?
I'm explaining to you.
She wants to,
What
she is
you're
looking at
putting-
that because you want to sign a prenup.
What you're putting
Yeah,
into
prenup.
theory
Yeah.
is your own understanding. And I'm teaching you how to go to a whole nother level of someone who deals with hundreds of millions. In the beginning of society, the greatest civilization was the Egyptian civilization.
Bro, I'm so tired.
We chose, we need to learn this. We all mates
History class.
were planned.
Bro, stop.
Everybody married who they were selected to marry because they understood legacy building. Janet Jackson said, I'm worth a couple $100 million. This guy's worth a couple billion. So he's crazy about me. I don't have to be attracted to him. I don't have to find him appealing. What I'm gonna do is marry this guy. He's gonna sign my prenup, which says for 600 days, he has to fulfill all these things. For 365 days, she went on tour. She only had to fulfill 200 and something days.
Facts.
So she
After the 300th day,
Yep.
she filed for divorce. She was guaranteed $400 million.
What if you're
After he
So-
put his hands on her.
Right?
He was
She may
beating her.
have.
Did you hear
She
about
may
that?
have slept. That's bullshit.
That's
She may have
Oh,
slept.
now that was bullshit.
He wasn't. She wasn't around enough to get beat on. So,
Oh my god.
she may have
Facts.
slept with him 12 times.
Yeah.
What she said to herself is, if you listen to any of her albums, start from Revolution to Control, she tells you, pussy is power.
Yep.
She told this fool, you don't want to marry me. He insisted. You know why? Because the male ego is worse than heroin, cocaine, and any other drug.
So for example,
And to be pleased, he said, I don't care. I want to be able to say, I
I
married
married
Janet Jackson.
Facts.
And if it costs me $300-400 million,
Man,
so
so
what?
what?
I'm
Facts.
dead.
Isn't
You
it
see how
very
he's
famous
saying
in the
facts?
United
You
States?
see how
He
he
didn't care about
stop.
Janet
You see
or her
how I
name?
agree?
But his-
The
that's
problem
ego.
is, the problem is
Ego.
when women try to think like males. That means you are coming down.
But you just told me your whole thought process comes from at home and following
do
a
you
woman.
think a woman
So you
should-
think like me.
No, I don't think like you at all.
That's, but all your history facts, the whole history thing that you
But
gave
it's
Yes.
still
was that
saying
you were saying that
us.
men grow up in the household and we don't think about our dad and we're looking because the men are not there, so we're learning
I
and
didn't say
everything
that.
from a woman.
I didn't say that about me. I told you I grew up by grown.
Okay,
man
but
with
you were
alpha
giving
males.
okay, fine, but most of the examples you were
I'm not
giving.
broken. I'm bruised.
Nah,
Most of
nigga,
the
you
examples
broke
you
it.
were giving
I'm
was
broke.
that men
broken.
are
You're like
learning
Humpty
from
Dumpty.
women.
But Haitian
I just
no, but
answer that. Is that a
No,
yes or
no,
no?
no,
What is your question?
My question is that you said most of like a man's knowledge or whatever it was, because I'm lit too. But I know for sure you said that like in a household or whatever the situation is, a man is looking, or some women, some men have bitch traits because of this, and that, or whatever, being around women or
You
learning
really
from
did.
women.
I need
You did
to
say
just
that.
pause
You
and
did
relax.
say
I
that.
said that, but you're taking all the things I said out of context and putting it together. It's different context. So if you need me to explain the context, I'll explain it.
No,
But we're gonna
I
waste
know.
a lot of camera time.
Where's
Yes,
that?
sir. I like
when he speaks, the context of what we're speaking is we want you to take control. We want you to be number one and in the lead as a woman.
Yeah, but y'all keep turning what
No,
I'm
no, no,
trying
no,
to
but-
ask.
no.
Wait, no. I'm
he
saying, you said, did you guys not say at one point that men learn from women?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you keep trying to say all these things like, oh, this is a man and that we're trying to be like them, but from what I'm understanding is that you guys have been learning from us.
Yeah,
No.
So who do you think
Yes
who is
and
trying
no.
to be like?
No, we're not trying to be like anything. We just
But we're trying to
are.
be like y'all, though.
No, stop. We
Okay.
are led
Okay.
and motivated
By women.
by women.
But he's saying if y'all try to
If
be
you're
like,
led by someone and I'm the
But if
leader,
you
who
try
are you
to be
learning
like
No.
from?
us,
No.
Follow the leader.
you're
No.
not getting it though. I get what he's saying.
No,
I
she's
understand.
you're taking it like
Out of context. I'm
you're
taking
taking it
it
out of context. But it's like patient.
I'm taking it out of
No,
context.
we're trying to praise you. We're trying to praise
He's trying to
you.
say,
I know.
we trying to
y'all have no
like
other choice. I get
exactly.
it. No, I get that, but I
Yeah.
want y'all to know that no one's acting like y'all. Y'all learning from us.
He just
okay?
say that.
Y'all my
That's what
sons.
We saying the same
we
thing.
we say.
Y'all not saying the same thing.
That's what y'all.
That's what he's
No,
saying.
you're not. No,
Bro,
you're
I know.
drunk.
I know.
Yes,
no,
that's true.
You're
That
drunk.
wasn't your point.
no, exactly.
Water.
We're-
That's
we're-
why it's in a
No, we're
Nestle
saying-
Pure Life bottle.
Could you save the situation?
No, but I'm saying we're just. No, but we're.
He's saying if
Stop.
women
All I gotta say is there
try to
would
do
be
things
any
like
Sorry,
men.
I heard what you
So
said,
if
but I
you
know what
don't-
I'm saying.
I
If
got
you
you.
just have love, if you love people,
Hold
whether
on,
it's
can
family,
we-
whether
can-
it's like
can you repeat that? Can you repeat
I
that?
swear, like,
Repeat that.
there'll be no issues, no problems if you just have love, whether it's for like friends, family, a lover, like your pet. No matter what, like if somebody just has love, like there's never gonna be any problems, no issues.
Yeah.
Like my most prime moments I've ever had was loving somebody or loving something. Like I went through a breakup. I got a French bulldog. I loved my dog so much. Like that was my prime moment. I can say like loving something is always.
Let me explain something. Let me
I am gonna
add
worry
on.
if my man is talking to him, and if that makes me weak, if that makes me whatever, then that is what I am.
But we have to admit in this world when we are weak.
Weak. That's what we're saying.
And I just admitted it. So I said, if
I
you're
know, but
considering that
but-
weak,
but-
no, but
but you're
at
gonna-
the scale of what you guys are
But
just.
no, but when you have that conversation with your man, you gonna be better. But a lot of times you're not gonna have that conversation.
Right.
No, but can I tell you something? For me, and that's why I was asking these questions. For me, I'm very open. I put love first. A lot of people consider how I carry my relationships like hippie-ish and stuff because I do put love first. But that still does not work. And unfortunately, I'm not jealous. Like
For
if you
who?
go talk to a friend,
It
you
doesn't
can
work
have,
for you?
You can have female friends. You can do all those things. I really don't get jealous when it
No,
comes
but
to
I
things
join
like
you
that.
on that.
However, if you are entertaining another female, it is going to bother me. And if you guys are considering that weak, that's
That's
crazy.
not
No,
weak.
we're not saying
We're not
that.
saying that's weak.
No,
We're saying that's
We're not
strong.
saying that's weak because if
For men, we're saying
That's
it's
why
strong.
she said that you want me to not say anything and just
No.
no, we
Me,
never,
for
we
example,
never said that.
Me, for example,
You never said that.
Somebody
Me, for
use the
example,
word.
I'm not a jealous person. I can see
Yes,
pain
you are.
and I will not talk about it like unless I see something is really wrong.
No, let me.
But like I'm not jealous
Let
as
her
a
talk.
person.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous as a person. So I understand that
I'm
even
listening to
if
you
you're
no more.
not
You're cut
jealous,
off.
even if you try to understand your man, even if you do a lot of things for him, shit sometimes do not work because they are not meant to. It happens. Like
Well, you're
you
saying it's not
can,
meant
you know,
to be.
you can be like just the perfect woman ever, and yeah, let's have a threesome, let's have that, and
Sometimes
if these
your best
guys
is
still
not
do
enough.
not stay with you,
And
it
that's the
happened. It happened. There's just
But-
not love. There's
No,
just no.
she's right,
connection.
but I'm not gonna. You're right,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you cannot say, man, you dating me and I go talk to Sky. You might not know this relationship between. I know Sky since
Yeah.
we were 18
Oh no,
years.
those things don't bother me.
No, but I'm saying, I know Sky since she was 18 years old. So our relationship, for me and Faith, how I interact with her is going to be different. I've known her.
Right.
I know this woman.
But that's not backing up.
No, but I'm saying, but now, you might not know that because me and you might be out somewhere, we run into Sky, I haven't seen in a while. Oh shit, Sky, I remember was, you know what I'm saying? But you might say, like, yeah, that nigga mad friendly. Now you're gonna, instead of saying, hey, we get in the car and say, Omar, you're not gonna say that, you're gonna internalize that. So now you're gonna start having a conversation with yourself, with me, but in your own whole mind.
This is
Can I
personal.
give
You know what I'm saying?
Let me give an example.
Great Zach. So instead of saying, Omar, so Slim, what's up with oh man, Sky, shit, I know her from 18 years old, bro. I started fresh out the game, we trying to find ourselves, create a path, trying to become poppin' this, that, and the third. Yo, you need to rock with her. Yo, let's link up and let's coordinate some
What is
No,
your example support?
No, I'm gonna tell you.
I'll tell you.
Yo,
Because you
Wait, Reese, let me finish.
Let me answer
because me and you together, it's not even gonna get to that. Because I see Scott, patient, babe, this Scott.
Oh, that's all about.
Y'all need to link.
You got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
real.
There you go. You're right.
I'm gonna, you be with me.
You're right.
Even if you're not there, babe, I swear I saw Scott the other day. Dog, she'd be a great little side chick to have in your, or whatever, in your next video, whatever the case may be. Because that's how I am, because I understand. Well, first, mind you, I want to
Where
invite
did
you.
this come from? I'm saying.
No,
From what you sustain.
Yeah, so I'm gonna understand where I
With
come
her
from.
being, but I just said I don't have a problem with that.
No. But we're just saying, we're just giving an example. In the situation.
I think you're delusional. I need
No,
you to
no.
stop whispering about me because I know.
because-
I want to put this. Hold on. I want to put this on camera because when y'all follow this back and the whole podcast comes out and y'all start from the beginning, y'all will know that these niggas been flip flopping on what they've been saying. Adjourned.
No. So,
Wait.
all right. So I want to ask you.
I just said I don't have
Let me clarify.
I minded it.
Like-
No. We're just giving an example. But I minded a woman say that. I understand.
But
what
you said you were piggybacking that off of what I said, so
Yeah,
I'm trying
because-
to understand.
no, because-
You're trying to explain to
We're just in a situation where you're not clarifying a particular situation that happened between you. Because for me, that interaction might mean nothing to me. But you might see it as something different because we're two different people, so we see every situation different. Me and watch a movie right now, we're going to remember two different completely things in a movie. So if I say, I understand when I deal with a woman, I understand that I will not understand everything. And that's okay.
You're not answering her question though.
No, but
Can I answer that question?
Wait, I have
Please,
something to
somebody do it.
Can I answer it for you?
Do it for me.
So, from the very beginning,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to just
tell
listen
me,
to
okay?
I don't want you to hear me. I want you to try to listen.
I'm listening.
From the very beginning, we tried to express to you that men deal with things on a double standard level.
Okay.
It is not a flip flop. It is a double standard.
Okay.
What is good for us will not be good for you because you are the higher being.
Facts.
And if you are our woman, we feel you need to be greater than us.
We put you in a high pedestal.
I was just gonna say that. You said the words right on my mouth.
Did you understand that?
I'm not slow. What happens was I know for a
Right.
fact y'all was going back and forth with
Honestly, I forgot what
The
she
only way
I forgot what
Face
she
like, I'm
said.
lost.
now, the only way you misinterpreted that we are flip flopping.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put this out for America.
Yes, please do. Because
Right.
they're going to need clarity.
We're
on this
not
one.
flip flopping, but as men, we are promoted, receive affirmation. We are congratulated for having a double standard.
Okay.
If-
This is true.
When you conduct yourself like us, you get all these labels.
This is true.
When we conduct ourselves like us, we just men.
Right.
This is true.
So it's not that we're flip flopping; it's that we live from a double standard. I established that from the very beginning. No matter how much alcohol I consume, that is what it is because my nature is always going to speak. We are not against you.
I never felt that way. I
Good.
think what I was
So,
trying to clarify was
now-
when you said that
Just relax.
men.
I told you.
How
I'm
am I
your,
not relaxing
I'm your
right
Messiah.
now, though?
Just listen. I got
Let
you.
her talk.
How am I not relaxing?
I'm going to take you to the promised land. So,
Your promised land is a. What else y'all want to talk about?
Wait,
see?
can I just?
So you're dismissing me
I
already.
am. Next
So you're not
love.
listening.
Relationship.
So you asked the question, I gave you the answer, you don't want to accept it. Cool.
Yeah, I
so,
like it.
if we all approach relationships the way Faith said,
Can I just say this?
if we approach
He's
relationships
acting like he was preaching just love
where
from the
we
beginning.
said
Right?
just love,
So fucking
right? If we just
Love
love,
came from her. This was
If we
her
love,
sole
right?
example.
if we love today and we love tomorrow and we love the next day and that love turns into 25 years, let's just love.
Yes.
The difference between men and women is women
Sir.
say, he slept with me 4 times, he must be my man. He's gonna live with me. He moves in, he's this, he's that. You start planning for the fantasy that Hollywood created instead of saying, I'm being loved, nurtured, protected, taken care of. Let me just keep riding that. But it's against your nature, the way the paradigm has been set for you. This is why.
Can I ask you something? When you just love, this is a real question because you just seem, you look loving. Like, when you have been in these loving situations, did you feel the love back like the same way you were giving or that didn't matter to
You
you?
have to
Honestly,
demand it.
so me as a person, it didn't matter. It's the fact of just loving. Like whether I
Just
wasn't
giving.
getting it back
Just
or I
giving.
wasn't,
Yeah.
it sucks.
wanted to
Don't get me
spread
wrong,
that
it
love.
sucks. It hurts. But it's the fact that what keeps you going, what has made me thrive, is loving. So it didn't matter to me if that person was fucking me over, wasn't gonna stay with me, whatever they were doing, whatever, it didn't matter.
You were enjoying the
It
love.
was the love. It was the fact
That's
that
a
I had
beautiful
love
thing.
for
I had
someone.
something to say.
That's what made me push
Right.
it.
But it's
You know what that's about?
something
Not
like
trying
that
to
for them.
control.
Yeah.
Can
But
I just
enjoy.
say this? What I wanted to piggyback off of Faith of when she said, if you just love or whatever, go into every situation
Facts.
just loving the experience and what you can gain from it.
Yeah.
I started dating someone and then it was like 2 weeks of like fucking bliss. And then 2 weeks, it just died and fizzled. However, what I gained from that was like I literally saved myself and I'm more positive because he ended the relationship because, he said I was negative, I was this, I was that. But I gained myself from it and whatever experiences and fun that we had, we just took moments from it. And whether it lasts or it doesn't last, it's just how you felt in that time.
But you know, just since you like, just to go off of like history and the foundation of things, people, especially when it comes to energy and just being sexually involved, you are taking a piece of me. Every time, every person that I involve myself with, I can't just be taking experiences. Like, I want to have my soul intact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to just be.
No, for sure. I have pieces of me around the fucking United States.
And I'm not even talking about just sexually. I'm talking about energy. Things that
I believe in energy, and the problem is like when you mess up with the wrong people, you carry after.
Stays on you.
You carry after their demons. You
What are
carry
you laughing at?
like every wrong thing they have,
No, you
and
don't
you're
carry
gonna find
people's
yourself crying for no reason or feeling bad or sad or whatever, and you don't know where it comes from. It comes from the people you fuck.
You're 1,000% right. You're 1,000% right.
It comes from the people you used to be around with, you mess up with, and
No,
stuff
you're
like
right.
that.
What are
You have to protect your energy. Like I believe in being with yourself. Sometimes you have to stick to yourself and try to find
But
back
if
yourself.
a woman goes to those things, man or woman, because that's a two-way
It's
street.
women and men too.
So when I meet Haitian Princess and she says, and we have a deep conversation, she says, yo, Slim, I done been through this, that, and the third. I'm gonna look her in the eye, and I gotta be realistic with myself. Granted, only reason I've evolved as a man is because I have a baby mama. That was the best thing that ever happened in my life. Because I understand to like, in the sense of like, move the bullshit, I can see through the bullshit real quick. So I can say,
experience.
yo, hey, I've been through this, that, and the third, X, Y, Z. Baby, listen, I'm not gonna do that to you. As long as you're transparent with me and with your emotional thoughts and your logical thoughts, we're gonna work through those things together. Because I understand what you're going through and how things operate. Now, every man not gonna be like this. But any woman I deal with, I'm gonna be fully transparent because there's been women I met when I was 25.
We need transparency
when I was 22,
from you guys.
But until
when I was
men
26,
go through a certain situation,
they're not
but
gonna be like
that I could have married, and I could have been when I said this woman could easily be my wife and I'd be set for life. But I knew I wasn't ready for that. So because I just genuinely care for you and I understand the struggle of a woman and what they go through, I'm gonna just remove myself from the situation. Slim, why you wanna fuck with me? You know, I'll popping out here for a little bit. Had a little clout. But I understand that if I know, I'm a realist. So if I know I'm not ready for the love that you need to be great with any woman,
you back up.
I'm gonna say, look, this is what you want from me. I can't give you that. If that's okay with you and we can live in this space, cool. But if once you ask more of me, and I'm gonna tell you I can't give you that, but I'm not gonna treat you any different. A lot of niggas do. They want to be disrespectful. They want to call women out of their name when they can't get their way.
With everything, you just need to know, because you're a great woman, we're all great women. We all.
Now you love hard. I can tell you love hard.
We all have. I believe every woman in here loves hard as fuck. I can already see that because this conversation wouldn't have been what it was since I haven't gotten to topic fucking 3. But I will say, you just have to realize, like my homeboy said this the most, just because you're a great woman, which we all are, doesn't mean you're a great woman for that man.
And as some men will
just like how he's probably a great man, doesn't mean he's the man.
No. I'm 34 years old. The next woman I meet, I'm gonna marry her.
I'll also say
I'm out of here. Next woman I meet,
we're all great women. We all have great, amazing qualities to us. and other people can see, but we're not. It's just something that has to click with someone.
I definitely agree on that though. I think I'm big on like experiences too. That's what I'm saying. Like I am only 27. However, like as far as like dating, like I had my I was in a 5-year relationship, and then afterwards I was just all about me. Like I wasn't on like revenge or nothing. I fucking lost like 50 pounds damn near. Like came to Miami, been on my grind, always doing my shit. And I'm big on experiences. I like learning from men that I'm with. Brooklyn.
Oh. I did the exact same thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's like it's not even about any of like I understand and like I'm understanding. I understand that it may not work, and I love sometimes I love that. I'm like, okay, I got this from you. We good. All right, we gonna move on from this situation.
I was just about to say that. Sometimes you prepare you.
Exactly. I don't have these crazy expectations like, oh, I want to be with this person for the rest of my life.
I bet you money that same guy you got him ready for the next woman.
Yeah, no.
Everybody gets each other ready.
Look what he just said. And you know my ex. I fucked up. I acknowledge that I fucked up. When I was there, I couldn't move on until I could hold myself accountable. Mm-hmm. So it's like a part of me like hates that I can't move on because the man that she made me was so great that it's not fair that another woman's gonna get that version of me.
Yeah.
So I have a problem dating because in my mind sometimes, she deserves this because she got me there.
That could be the purpose of the whole situation was to get you there. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But you decided.
When I get there, it's the greatest feeling that I've evolved as a man.
Understand that you decided to become the version of you today, even though she helped you as a person. You decided to become who you are today, and a man is able to do that only if he decides he wants to become that.
And that's all I was trying to say. Like I just feel like we have so much we gotta do.
No, watch this though.
You guys do mature faster than men though.
No. Watch this though.
Yeah, but he was
No, watch this though. Watch how much
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I get what you're saying. But look, you're only 27, so when you
no. Watch this though. I was only able to become that man because I realized that woman loved me.
Yeah.
It's when I realized she loved me that I said, fuck. The fuck was I doing? Nigga, I'm fucking wildin'. So everything I was doing, I was supposed to be doing the first 5 years, 6 years. It was too fucking late.
Some niggas only feel like that.
It happened to me. Let me just say this.
I understand my flawed nigga ways.
I've dated
I hold myself
men.
accountable every day.
Men. Doesn't work. Like that works.
It doesn't work.
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter the age. It's whenever they're ready. Like I dated a man. He was a fucking doctor. Had his whole penthouse in Miami. Like whatever. Like this nigga was like all
over the place.
Yeah. He was well off. Ready.
You have to decide as a person.
He was very committed to like cooking, doing like whatever at that time. My dumbass, being 11 years younger than him, was just wanted to do me. 3 years later, we're still communicating. I want something serious now. He's not ready because he's working on himself.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, thinking back, shit probably didn't work out 3 years ago because we both needed to work on ourselves. 3 years later, 4 years later down the road, maybe we worked on ourselves and we can come back together and be all good. Because he had issues, like he couldn't communicate for nothing. Like we didn't talk about nothing deeper than how was your day, this and that, how was work. At that time, we both weren't ready for each other, even though we didn't know that.
And that's okay.
And I'm perfectly fine with it because now we're 3 years.
It's a question of timing.
So it doesn't matter. Like if you're meant to be, you're meant to be, and the experiences we had has shaped us into like situations came for me and situations have came for him where it's molded us to be better people, maybe for each other, maybe not for each other, who the fuck knows. But like you just have to
we have to understand that how hard it is for two random people that from different ends of the world to come and find some type of algorithm that
but that's not the hard part.
That's not hard?
Well, if you let me finish, I think what's really the problem and what I was saying from the beginning, maybe not like making clear, But I think that it's not a sense of like alpha or not or this or that. It's about like the world we live in now and how it's all about instant gratification and that there's so much temptation out there. I've definitely met people how we're on the same, like you ever realize that if you, or I don't know if this has ever happened or I'm pretty sure you can imagine it, if I go on vacation and I meet somebody and we're both on vacation, we're all about each other, we're in love.
Amazing.
No, there's no other distractions. We're not around like the worldly things that we're used to every day. It's all the other distractions, and not just other females, work life.
But this is not
this
real
life.
life. Because it happened to me a few times. You know, like it's so perfect. You're not from the same cities, but at the moment you're together and it works perfectly. And that you're on vacation, so you're free-minded. And like it's just not real life.
But that's what I'm saying.
When
you can
come
meet someone and have that connection, but when you have all these distractions
I felt that
around you
connection
and
before,
temptation,
totally.
it's what stops.
But I'd rather meet a female artist that's working 80 hours a week to follow her
But
dreams.
when she comes back home,
As
she's
opposed to meeting her when she's on a Cardi B level, because I can be in love with your grind. I fell in love with you when you had nothing. So any energy you get out of me is genuine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once I had to say Sky, but I know Sky. I seen the journey. I seen the I seen it. Bro, I seen it. I can't even. Listen. How I got in the game? I used to take pictures at parties for a website. That's my foot in the door. So when I tell you I have pictures of people that you wouldn't even believe from like 2004, it's crazy. But I respect in person's grind. To say you want to follow a dream, and being on radio is a dream. Being on television is a dream. Being an artist is a dream. Being a model or whatever you want to call it, it's a dream. I respect your dream. And I know how hard it is to get there.
Where are y'all meeting these people? Have you all ever hooked up on Tinder? Been on a date on Tinder? Plenty of fish?
Facts. Do you guys feel like that's healthy?
No,
healthy in this generation world?
Depends on what you want.
Okay,
You don't think that's healthy?
Instagram. Because Instagram is,
No,
I feel like another
I can't
dating
do
app.
Instagram. I can't do this. Instagram's not a dating app.
What about you, Sky?
I have a
People
problem.
use it as a dating app.
You can't hear Sky.
I need to I prefer that contact.
Face to face?
Yeah, or at least I can know you through someone.
Facts.
I can't do the Instagram.
Yeah.
I need to see body language.
That
Yeah.
Tinder,
I need to see.
I've never been on the app.
I've met one person through Instagram and
I only do Tinder when I
that's like the most online meeting
Like,
way.
I do.
If I'm going to
Okay.
Cartagena, Colombia,
I
I'm
haven't-
gonna change my Tinder location. So
Oh
I can,
my God.
When I go
You
to,
said
when I
Colombia?
travel, yeah, because I love
Okay.
Colombia. I love traveling. So anywhere I go, I change my Tinder location.
Trying to find someone.
So you have a Tinder account.
I'm trying to get food out.
You have a Tinder account.
You have
No.
some vibe right now.
So none of you have ever had an account with
No, I have
POF.
an account on
What is that?
Tinder.
Plenty of
What is
fish.
this?
Plenty
No.
of fish, Tinder.
Tinder.
No,
I get
I've
some
never
old.
online
I
dated.
get some old. Bro.
Okay, I have like I'm
have
the
a friend that
I'm the
uses
kind of
that.
person
Yeah,
I'm
I
the kind of
see people
person
use
I don't like. I can't stay single like forever because I'm so focused on me and my career and whatever I have to deal with that I forget about the fact I can have also like a love life. So some of my friends and I also like my big brother told me like, girl, like come on, like the fuck you're doing, like you're single, you've been a while, you do not even look at like men, you do not even like pay attention, you just like so focused on your shit.
She
Like
my sister. We go to
just-
church.
he-
What are you talking about?
okay, well whenever, like
Yeah, say that.
no, he's
I'm
like,
unrealistic, bro. I got a girl.
He's
I'm
like,
unrealistic.
he's
I gotta
like,
let it go.
he's
gotta
like
go
my
too,
brother.
but
No, he's
so-
like my brother.
Don't do
He's
that,
like my
dog.
big brother and my
I
young.
know.
And he's like, come on, girl, like at least like go on something. I'm on Tinder. I know Tinder is kind of weird and shit. Like, but start talking at least with people. Start opening yourself a little bit
Yeah.
more. So I've been on Tinder and it's. Okay, no.
So y'all not with
just
the
to let
social
you know,
dating.
just to let you know,
Not
like
even
Tinder is a
Christian
lot of
mingle.
bullshit.
What is
But
that?
if you explain yourself correctly to
Yeah.
people, like I met like I have some friends that I met on Tinder. They never been like
More.
further than that. But
Yeah.
actually,
Use it,
they're actually
Yeah.
there is
No.
good people on Tinder.
Yeah.
There is men with career that are respectful, that have just sometimes free time, as I had. Like, I was like bored and I was like, whatever, like, just go, oh my god, what the fuck is that? Like, just going around, like, I was bored, like, just checking a little bit. But like,
Those things,
it's
those
not,
apps
it's
like
something that I did,
catfish.
something that I did
No,
for
but
time.
I did, like,
four
when
or
I,
five
How do you know
times.
you're
no.
talking to that person though? There's a lot of catfish going on.
They took catfish.
No,
They
you're
all
right.
took that was a catfish.
No, you're right. But
They
when I-
all
when
took
I
that
take-
was a catfish.
If I take a booking out of
So-
town and I'm going there by myself, I can't travel with nobody, I'm gonna be on Tinder. If I don't know nobody there, I'm gonna be on Tinder.
Yeah,
Hey,
it just-
girls be
it
swiping.
makes you
I'm like, yo,
socialize.
you got 5 homegirls? I'm gonna be here. Can you come with me?
Exactly.
So
I just
necessarily,
figured those sites were more, and this is just me figuring. I know people.
It looks
people
like
on
it's
there.
just about sex, but actually I'm
part of
vexed
it, part of it
because
is
I'm
just
not
fucking.
like that.
No,
I'm
I
not
don't.
going on
As a
Tinder to
man,
fuck
I do not
people,
go in.
so-
I don't see. This was
What
dudes.
is waiting to happen?
No.
People that you met, you
Right.
created relationships with, versus people you've met and you don't talk today. But
Yeah.
I just think it's a new wave. It's a new generation.
It's
too.
a network. I seriously use my Instagram as a networking platform. Like you, as today, like we're all together thanks to Instagram.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
mostly.
where I am today without
So you
Instagram.
see, like there's we talk a lot about like oh she's just a mother on Instagram, or he's just a that on Instagram, whatever. But like
Let me tell you, my
a
Instagram
lot
is
of
not
network-
personal at all.
Yeah, my Instagram is not personal at all. Either. Like I use it only to post like all my picture, my professional
And you know
pictures
what?
and everything.
I get so.
That's it.
I get
And
so-
it's
Mine's
contact and network.
Mine's a
Everything.
vlog, mine's my work,
Business,
mine's my
family.
content.
It's only
Listen,
I
you're not
get-
that popping. That's how it gotta be.
I
It's
get
a
so
business
judged
but
from my
I just-
I
Instagram.
get judged too every single
I'll just
day,
see
but
everything.
girl,
I
you
get
have to
like,
keep
oh,
up
you're
and
not
keep
deep
going.
enough. Or
Show
I didn't
my
think
Okay,
you were
wait,
like
doesn't
this.
that affect relationships? Okay, so
But I
having
made it like that for a reason
It do.
because I feel
It
like
does. Because my women
It
get mad
infects.
crazy on me for pictures, what
Yeah.
dudes comment. Like, I can't help what these thirsty
So
dudes
here's
are
my
commenting
thing,
on
what
my
I
photos.
wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So like let's
But you have to
say
accept where you put yourself. So
Make sure we get Sky involved. She's been too quiet.
so sis, I'm sure you got a lot of DMs.
Her DM's crazy.
You shut
how
up.
do you
You have
handle
big brother.
how do you handle all those
They're right.
DMs? What you do with
So
that?
like
She
let's
got all
say
of the
let's
Tech
say
Fridays.
let's say Slim slides in your DM, right? Let's say you don't know
Let me see
Slim.
DMs.
Slim slides into
Crazy.
DM with the heart eye emojis on your story, this and that. Now, do you respond thank you, or do you just like?
No, you don't respond. Thank you.
Do not
Women don't
What does
respond.
that mean?
I do not
You cannot get.
respond
No, you
anything.
can't give
You
a
can't
man
give-
a window. of
No,
any-
it's
Yeah,
just
you
give it a
cannot
heart.
give
No.
No, I do not unshare my DMs unless it's about
deleted it.
business. I unshare only the business DMs. Like if you say, hey, let's do a collaboration, or hey,
So thank you, it's flirting.
let's work on a new
As a
photo
friend, I would
shoot.
even let you
What
know
are
it's
your
right.
rates? That's the only thing that encourages me. Like Instagram, unless like
Okay, I'm gonna say I'm
No,
gonna
My
stop
DMs
sending
are
hearts and thank yous.
crazy.
yeah, I just
But
Just
I
like it.
do
Just
nude
like it.
magazine stuff.
I
so,
like-
That's what I do.
My
Yeah.
DMs are
That's
crazy.
it.
I believe
I
you.
get $8,000
That's the reason why-
offers for some weird shit. Like my DMs
I
are
do too,
wild.
but
But
like
like,
that's
homeboy-
just,
like, homeboy's
like,
your
You know what I'm
boyfriend,
saying?
right?
Like
Disgusting.
weird, creepy people.
Man, send some off of Google and get that money.
send the cash out. No, I'm joking.
So like,
No.
let's say Slim
That's
decides
When
to
you
go
said
to your
scammer, I was about
DM.
to start talking about
Does that mean you
scammer.
wanna fuck if you say
What?
if you
I
send
do not
heart eye
ensure.
emojis?
I
Does that
do
mean you
not
wanna
ensure.
fuck?
I mean, the Sky. I can't say Sky because
Okay, her.
I can't say
For what?
if I just would at high. I don't do. Listen, I don't talk to women in DM. To me, that's unnatural. I can't get a real
It's
feel of you, your
weird, yeah.
personality,
Alright,
who
so-
you are.
We might not
Look,
get a
I'm
reply.
not-
Look,
yeah.
but it's like
Alright,
now
so look.
because you're a more personable,
Look.
some girls are weirded out by that because of the day and age that we're in.
Exactly.
That
Like,
too.
I get guys that will like want to Instagram call instead of DM me, and I'm like, that's
Me,
weird.
I'm-
I'm about to block
Oh,
this
hell
dude
no.
because he wants to
Me,
talk.
I'm personally afraid when people comes in my DM because I know for a fact that what I'm posting online it's not even 5% of my real personality. It's a job. It's a picture for bikini brands. It's collaboration. It's like my job. So what they see about myself, it's only the sexy part of myself. It's only like a tiny, like it's just a little tiny part of my personality. And I'm afraid of that because this is what they want from me, but they won't gonna try to think, to
Like,
see
find out
something
who you are.
bigger than that, the bigger picture, like what am I really as a person. So when they come in my DM, I'm not saying that I never unshare none of my DMs, like from guys that I didn't know, but like what I'm saying is just that it's complicated because I'm like, that guy just think I'm easy, I'm cute and sexy, and he wants to see me for my body.
Oh yeah, you don't answer
what I
those
mean?
DMs though. You only
So,
answer the ones that are like,
get
hey,
me-
what's your cash
it get me
app?
a
You know what?
weird-
Y'all should be ugly for like a week and then see what that life is like.
Right.
That's kind
So-
of
And
My
like,
dad says that all
no,
the
but
time.
like what
It is
I'm
hard.
saying is like it's
some
hard
females-
because I
some
want people
females
to.
naturally still look good,
What I'm
so
saying
it's
is like I want people as
Sometimes they
everybody.
don't
We
care
want
because their
people.
body right.
We want people to recognize ourselves for who we are really, like our personality, the way that am I funny, am I smart? Like I want people to see me for more than being just a cute like pretty girl
Yeah, but
showing.
you-
But I
showing
feel
my
every
back or
powerful
whatever.
woman
But
wants
you
to be
can't.
seen
But
that
you
way.
can't. You can't want that and only be showing your ass.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. That's why my Instagram, it's about showing ass. So I'm not expecting men to see more than that. That's the reason why I do not ensure them either.
But you wanna
Because
know-
I know that this is only what they expect from me and they want only that from me.
Okay, but what
So
makes you
I do
powerful
not-
is knowing that you
Yeah.
post that, you're
So-
expecting it, so you
So
don't.
that's the
answer
reason
it.
why I love when people meet me like face to face
Yeah,
before
I'm the
they
same way.
ever seen my Instagram. Then I'm like, hey, listen,
Somebody said that.
I have my
I say
Instagram
that.
and look, my Instagram. You met me, so you know who I am right now. You know we know each other now. But look, what I'm doing online, as you're gonna see, it's definitely not who I am in reality.
Okay, so I
It's
have a
who I am as a
question.
person.
So let's say
So-
you're going out, you're at a bar, you're socializing, this, that.
I prefer that.
When a guy comes up to you, do you get more of, oh, what's your social media versus like,
No,
what's
I'm
your phone
talking
number?
with the person and I give my phone number and okay,
I know
I
some
give
girls
okay,
give personal.
I give
Instagram. I
I
give my
give
Instagram
no.
number.
I
I give my
literally, like-
Instagram if I don't want you, if I'm not interested about you. I
No.
say,
Okay, wait,
that could be a girl can
wait.
do that if she's dating somebody and she don't want you to have her number, so you get the
No,
Instagram.
if
There's a million
Go
different
behind his
reasons
back.
why they
if
could
you're
do that.
cool,
though.
if you're cool, but I don't want you to blow my phone, I give you my IG. If I feel the vibe was different and you're a potential for me to be like someone with who I can do like have more than just that talk that night, like as a real relationship or whatever, I give you my personal number.
I agree with her.
Mm.
I
So,
feel like
But not everybody
Instagram
can
is like
interpret it like that.
Instagram is like I'm
They're
Instagram is like okay, I give you my Instagram, I give you accessibility to myself, but not that much. If I give you my phone number, I'm accessible. You can call me, you can FaceTime me,
It's
or
more
you
personal.
can text me.
Yeah.
It's more personal.
But
Because
if I'm
my followers do not have my phone number, but my people have my phone number and my Instagram. So you know what I mean? Like my people have both.
Like
The-
if
my
I
followers
don't know what
yeah,
you're about,
have
if I
only
can't
my
reach you,
Instagram.
I'll give you my Instagram. I'll be like,
Yeah.
if I'm not that interested or whatever, I'll be like, here's my Instagram.
Since
Yeah,
we're
my
talking about
Instagram,
relationship
If
stuff.
I meet a girl, and I ask, if I let a girl say she me Instagram, I'm like, nah, babe, it's alright.
What you think, Scott?
But I feel like it's okay to say no.
It's Scott talk.
And no, I say no. But sometimes, like, you can, okay,
I can
listen,
handle
we can
rejection
be
from
cool
home.
right now.
I'll say
but
I still
at
have
the
no
same
social
time,
media,
I
but
don't
I'm
want
all the
you to
way
text
not
me
interested.
after that or
Yeah.
not that much. I won't gonna check all your texts. Like, we can be cool and have
I'm
so
a
much
little
fun
mean, I just
and be
wanna-
drinking. So I'm like, yeah, let's keep in touch.
Sorry, I'm deaf.
But you
Let's
know
have each
what?
other on Instagram. But
No, like I've just
I've definitely pretended to be deaf once. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely had some dude talking to me, catcalling, saying some stupid stuff, and I'm like,
She did
what?
that,
I'm
she
deaf.
no, me, because
What?
I'm French,
What you
I
doing if
pretend that
someone
I do
pretend
not
to be
speak
deaf to you?
English sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Pretend to be deaf too.
Yeah.
I wanted
I'm gonna be deaf right now.
So I use like
Hey, but that sign over
I
there.
start
What you
talking
mean, girl?
the worst accent ever, and I just pretend that I do
But
not
you know what
speak
I'm
English.
scared of? Like, I don't
Yeah,
ever,
it's cool.
like, I try to turn guys down nicely because I don't ever want them to be like, bitch, who do you think you are? Like, cause
Man, fuck them bitch
No,
ass
what?
No,
It doesn't matter,
I've
though. You know
had-
who you are.
I know that, but like, I just don't want to be
Clearly, you see that you
I
don't
wanna-
see yourself with that.
You think a little too hard.
Yeah,
Too
we got
much.
in a fight because of
Yeah,
that
I just
before, like,
okay.
yeah, like one of my homegirls.
I just don't want to
dude tried
cause
to talk
a
to her,
scene because
and she
I
said,
have
"Nah,
a
I'm
temper
good." He
when
said,
I'm
"Man,
upset.
fuck you, that stupid bitch." And then like he
Some
grabbed
dudes
her.
do get like that.
No,
though.
they do.
Like,
I've
They
had it
do.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I'm
yeah.
just like,
If
But
the
you
girl
have to
say
understand
no,
something.
just all right. Respect, like,
Men
take
need
that-
a
they like,
clear
they feel
answer.
hurt
If
or
it's an
something.
and then
clear
it's another
answer,
thing,
it's
like, let's
okay.
say
Take
you
that
are
L,
out
bro.
and they
So
try to
I'm
call
try
it,
again
try I'm like, no, and he's a bitch, like, you're gonna defend me, right?
I'm gonna break down that whole situation.
Like, okay, me and Lauren and some guys.
No, but I'm gonna tell you, my ex-girlfriend was very attractive. Attractive the most, but I acknowledge she's a little more attractive than most women. Okay, cool. So I know I'm not gonna put myself in a situation because I know me. I'm gonna say, look, you fine? No, you fine. If a man approaches you, if I'm in the vicinity, I'm very secure with myself. I know I ain't ugly, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna let you try to handle this situation first. Handle that first. Address it. Hey, no, thank you. Now, if I'm in the back here and I'm seeing what's going on, and she looks at me like if she needs me, I'm gonna step up. Because I know it's gonna turn. Yeah. His ego's gonna be so invested, and I'm like, nigga, I just wanna go home and fuck. But now I gotta go pull out my gun. What? Now I gotta shoot your ass, and I'm gonna go in jail, and my girl gonna leave me. My girl gonna leave me to be with the next nigga because I think about that. So I be like, look, when you go with your girls, go with your girls. If you go with your whole friends, you get whole friends activity, that's on you. You knew you was going out with. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Bro, I ain't going to jail. You go out. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I rather not know.
Bro, I went to a concert the other day and this guy said something.
I'm serious. I'm listening.
We know.
If
my boyfriend is here, I know, like, if I have a boyfriend and I know he's the kind of person that is able to fight or whatever, and another man approach me, I'm gonna tell the guy, listen, back up, my boyfriend is here and I'm not interested.
That's what he said.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I don't want that guy to jump you right now.
You just
Like,
walk, you just keep walking like you don't even hear anything.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
and I'm not saying my
what the guy
boyfriend.
said,
It's
and I'm
useless.
just
I
like,
already say no to that guy. You back up.
He's like, you know, I'm a fighter, right?
You didn't know, it's cool.
I don't even know what
I don't want to, I don't want my men hurt.
I ain't going to jail. I got a daughter, bro. I ain't going to jail for nobody.
I got a son.
Yeah.
Alright, but for real, can we talk about how, okay, so whether you're talking to somebody in your relationship, tagging that person or putting them on your social media. If you guys are like on social media like that, like
it's a time limit.
It depends.
No bullshit. If you need social media to validate our relationship, you should.
Okay, so I believe your older mentality on that, but it is valid.
What did he say? I'm sorry. What did you say?
Because that's an older mentality.
If I'm too old for this shit. I hate this Sky, but I know Sky. If I'm dating Sky, if I feel like I need to harass Sky or I need to post Sky or she needs to post me to validate our relationship,
it's not cool. You do not need that.
I don't do that.
So you're not
Okay, so I'm talking about more than a win.
I don't even follow you, bro.
I'm talking more about like, when do you know that it's that time? Like, you don't just meet a dude, start dating him, and then post him on your Instagram. There's a time point.
I think this is something that you feel mutually. It's something that you just feel that the relationship is right now, and we're going. It's great. There's no secret, and we talk openly, and like we feel okay.
But how many times has it been right and you look stupid because you're over here posting?
Okay.
When people post their boyfriend, they're like, "This is my world. I love this person. I never leave this person." Next month they got a new girl post up. This is my girl. I love her.
This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. You have to understand something. First of all, what you use your social media for. Me, it's a professional platform for me. So if I don't want to be the dirty little secret of nobody, as I don't want nobody to be my dirty little secret. So like what I'm saying is like if I'm with someone for real and it's been a while and we're good together and it goes and we have project together and we keep going forward together, like I post in my story or whenever people knows that I have a man in my life, it doesn't bother me. But as I never posted my mom on my Instagram or my family on my Instagram. Why? Because I protect my people. That's professional. I post sexy pictures. I have random crazy ass people, stalker, that can come to me. I protect my people. But it's like if I have someone in my life, it won't gonna be a little dirty secret. Like people are gonna figure out. I'm going to dinner. You see, I'm with someone else. You see, I'm putting my head on someone or something like even though it's not clear and you don't know who is that man or whatever, you know that I'm
with someone. But it sucks to have to live that way. You have to consistently watch. You can't. But you have to just get the post.
No, but you have to choose. If you want to do that, and you need people to act. If you want to do that, you need a personal pages that you post your own shit on it. But remember something. You don't need nobody to approve your relationship, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
People post their relationship because
For
they need
validation.
approval,
They need approval.
validation. They need to be like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
that bitch
You
and
gotta
that my
leave.
man and that whenever.
leave that
Do you
shit.
really
But let's
want that?
say, okay,
I do
let's
not
say
need
you're
that.
dating someone.
I don't care if you're
If
no,
Bruh,
man,
see,
don't
if
post me on
If I go on a date with you tomorrow
And
and
I
you touch your phone 3 times, bro, I'm never calling you again.
Yeah, I put my phone like
No,
I put
I'm
my
not. You know,
phone.
my phone
I
not
put
even gonna
my
be on
phone
the.
like this.
And even
It's
listen,
like I do not
the
touch
only reason I
that
even have my ringer on now is because I have a daughter. God forbid something happen, my mama gonna call me. That's the only reason my phone is not on silent 24/7.
But can I say this? If you want to, I'll call it lightly showing the person you're dating. You don't have to show his face. You can show your like
We
weight.
can show whatever.
I hate when girls go.
They be killing me with that
nigga,
shit,
I
bro.
hate it. Nigga, you know what
Let me show you the
Hey, don't post that. Listen,
Oh, yeah.
listen. If you
I
not
do
gonna,
not need
No, I
Hey,
agree
Reese.
with what you're saying,
Reese.
but that's why I wanted to
Nah.
bring it up because me and my boyfriend, we have different outlooks on it.
you have a boyfriend though.
Yes.
That's you on a whole
But
nother
no,
level.
but listen
Talking
though,
about no face,
I
no
understand
case,
people. I'm an
no
understanding
man,
person. I will
yeah.
understand why somebody did something. I'll never judge anybody for anything they do. I understand why. So I was bringing it up because me and my boyfriend, his understanding on it is he doesn't post me because he doesn't want any dudes following me. He doesn't want his people on his gram seeing me. He doesn't want anybody on his page to go and like creep on me and start DMing me. Like he wants to keep me, you know, like low key. For
that's
me
his
though,
personal life. As me, I don't want my people to follow my. I have most of the girls in my family. Like I have cousins. They are really beautiful. Like they are really beautiful. Like, and the thing is, like, I know what kind of people that follow me. I'm gonna say that's my little cousin or that's my bigger cousin. Like she's pretty. She has her boyfriend. They have their own life and whatever. I don't want that crazy type of people to go to my family members.
Niggas are weird.
You know what I mean?
Niggas
So
are
it's
weird.
just
Dudes are
that's what
weird.
I'm saying though. But I'm more of like a personal person. Like my Instagram's kind of like a personal vlog sometimes. Like I'm always videoing. I'm always talking. Like I show my whole life. So it's hard
But
when you start getting siblings getting to the same age as you that want to do TikTok and stuff, and they're like, you repost this, like this, like why aren't you supporting me? But it's like I don't want to post you because I basically based my Instagram off in the beginning just straight modeling, doing photo shoots for nude magazines, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's what the story's for.
You have to
now,
limits. You have
but
to
now my
limits.
Instagram's more work. It's more I shoot videos. I do actual.
What do you say about the men that are like somewhat in the entertainment industry and
Insecurities.
huh?
That's
And
all
they
insecurity.
say that like I want to keep that side of me private because I've dated men in the.
Listen.
That's what
You're talking
listen.
about famous?
No woman
Not like
wants to date a
that,
nigga
just
that's
like-
not popping. You don't want to date no man that's don't got it going on or other women not attracted to.
Yeah.
So
Let's be
can I
honest.
can I tell like a personal story?
Tell your
Let's be
stories,
honest.
nigga.
He says that I date a certain type of guy.
Yeah.
Everybody dates.
Everybody-
We all have a certain type of
So
guy.
he says I date men that what is your thing that I date men that are
In the entertainment field, I said try something different. Go to
I-
the library or some shit.
That's true though, and the fact that you're
Nah,
saying
you don't
try
want
something
you don't
different
want
could help.
a you type nigga off that movie.
You'll get you a Joseph nigga.
Joseph, yeah.
You're not ready for that.
Joe.
A lot of women don't want that Joseph love. They say women want love, but they don't want that love for real, for real.
I don't feel like
Joseph gave that nigga. Joseph
But he's
gave.
right, though.
If
Maybe
you break
you
it
should try
down, if
something
you watch that show, Joseph
I
is giving her the world.
Yeah, but look, if
Women don't
it's
want the
like,
world.
That nigga
what's the
crazy.
definition of the same?
You
Over and
a
over and
Joseph?
over and over again the
I'm
same
gonna give you a
thing.
Joseph then. Are your toxic ass friends? I'm gonna kill it.
But it's like okay,
That
like,
man was
where
crazy.
where do you want
That
me
was scary,
to go
bro.
that I don't go?
Once again, but that a lot, like I said.
Try the DMV.
No,
But it's also
no.
rough.
Anyway,
But once again,
he said
no.
Never shut up.
You can like the type of
Why?
you can like.
But here's the thing, like I met men and I don't know their fucking profession. I don't know them
No,
pretend
I
to
feel you.
be.
They're called scammers.
Hold
That's
on.
not fair. Yes.
And that's okay.
No.
You can have scammers.
It's probably the
If you
quality, but it's
cannot
not
put
what
the
they do, it's
title
the
on what they're
quality.
doing, they're scammers.
No,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never dated a scammer in my
They-
life.
Do you know that for sure though?
Yeah.
You're not
you
doing
know
it.
that for sure?
She doesn't.
At the end of the day, Amanda,
Everyone has
you
scams.
They don't feed you.
She was wondering why the cash up was negative $1,000.
No, but at the end of the day, no, you can date whoever you want, but always remember, in dating anybody you want to date and liking the type of men that you like, you gotta protect yourself. So once you date a scammer, date a host,
First of
a
all,
rapper,
I've never dated a
no, what I said, but a mechanic, a fucking nigga that do air conditioning,
Yeah,
a
scammers.
basketball player, you have to ask these
Mailman.
questions.
First of
If
all,
you do not ask these
Entertainment
questions,
industry, they scam.
no, if you not,
first of all,
You
I would
ask
like to
questions.
lay down on the table
you never dated a
that the
scammer.
love of my like whole high school, college years is not in the entertainment world. He
That's
fucking
fine.
is a manager of whatever store.
Whatever. Yeah.
My second love is a manager of an HVAC company in fucking Pennsylvania. I've never really been in a serious relationship
So
with
it's the qualities you look for
That's
in
a
men. Like,
vacuum.
what
No,
do you
but-
look for?
I know, but it's not, that's not the
Can
point
I
of
just-
qualities. But you have to.
I just meet men not knowing what the fuck they do, and then when I find out what they do, it's either they're a fucking DJ or photographer, or you got this side job, or you trying to be an artist trying to come up. And I don't think it's about what they do; it's
Period.
the quality or the characteristics
No,
that
but
they
Me, I
have.
love men with ambition. For example,
I think everybody
real
does.
ambition. It means like
And
you.
confidence.
I'm not
Yeah, confidence.
waiting for my man to be completely perfect and rich as fuck and like having all his shit together. I want my man to show me that he's like determined, like to have in life better than he get for now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Like
that
I want that
grind-
guy to show me he's ready to work because that's the
As
way
well
I
as
am.
men should-
And
Yeah,
I'm not.
but-
I don't want to be the mom of nobody. I want to support you, but I'm not your mom. Remember that. I have an ambition. Like
No, mom.
remember, like I come from France. I'm 27 years old. I come from France 3 years ago. When I first came here, I didn't speak any words in English. I learned English in 8 months, like Spanish in 3 months.
Yeah, but you
like,
find them.
no, but like listen. What I'm saying is like when you want something in life, you go get it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you go
yeah.
get it. I want a man that
I will
go
never
get
try
it.
to-
Yeah.
I'm not asking for a man rich as fuck with a mansion and shit.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a man that show me
That's
is ready to go get it with me because I'm determined to go get that shit
You gotta
done.
push each other.
And like we need to push each
Team.
other, but I don't want to be the mom of nobody. And men out here, like sometimes they expect you to push them so hard that you replace their mom. I'm not nobody's mom because I have to push myself first, and it's already hard for myself
but
to push
We still
myself.
need you to motivate us, though.
We need to motivate each
You see,
other.
but once
So-
what you're,
But
if
it
you're-
also takes patience.
yeah,
Like, it takes
but you're
because, yeah, it takes
you are
patience.
completely
But-
right.
Yeah.
Where are we supposed to find
No,
guys?
but
Where am I
no,
supposed to find
You-
a man that is
everybody-
not
what you're saying here, you
But
are
like,
1,000%
so-
right.
my type?
I'm never disagreeing with what you want for your life.
Stability.
However, that's not the reality.
It's not.
So
And that's
I have to be. There's a certain
Yeah.
type of woman that I want in my mind, but that's not the reality. So I have to be willing to understand.
what kind of woman do you like to start with? Like that, we understand like why you say it's not the reality. Because maybe you think you want that kind of woman and you feel, oh, but it do
That's
not
true.
exist.
No,
and
no.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, it exists. I
But
have
see-
some of my girls like that.
No,
you know?
I'm a very, like what I always say, I'm a very realistic person, and I do my homework. So when I meet a woman, and especially at 34 years old, like I told you before, if I were to date Haitian princess, I'm dating you to be my wife.
Yeah.
So my mindset,
And that's something
but
we agree. That's why
but
sometimes
you have to, but as a man, you got, and a woman, two-way street, your
Yeah.
mindset got to be there.
be together,
You know what I'm saying?
connected
Exactly.
on that shit.
So when I meet
I
a
know what
woman,
you mean.
I ask certain questions like, "What's your relationship with your father?"
Mhm.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. There was a girl I had a
Like
crush.
daddy
No.
issues.
Exactly. No,
Yeah,
that's just
no,
real.
I-
man doing
And
that.
that
No.
shit is real.
I
and
ask those
believe
questions
you.
because
do you have trauma?
My intentions are
Do you have
different
things to
now.
fix? Yeah.
Exactly. So
Not every
yeah,
man
now,
asks
example,
those questions because
I had a
every
crush
man
on a
is
girl
there.
when I was in
You
sixth
can't
grade.
ask that question just like
Sixth
Yeah.
grade. This girl gave me no attention when I was sixth grade. All the way, she done dated just
And now
23, 24 years old. I finally, we dated. I can't even believe it. I'm like, this is what I wanted from when I was 11 years old, sixth grade, turning 12 years old. So I start asking questions because I want to know everything about you. I'm around your family. Okay, I find out that your brother has a learning disability, but I'm different. Now I have to ask myself, is this a hereditary trait in your family? Is this what?
Oh, you thinking really, really far.
Yeah. Bruh!
I understand what it means.
And I say, I want you to, I see what's my, but exactly, but when I meet a woman, I'm seeing what's my wife.
You want to know everything.
This is forever.
You want to know everything.
I want to know everything because I'm giving you
what
everything.
You have to be ready for in life. If it's something in the family, do I have to be? If you become my wife, do I have to be ready for that?
Yeah, because
to us.
I have to accept.
If it is like that, are you gonna?
No, but Reese, I have to ask myself. I have to be honest with myself.
No, you gotta decide what you want.
I know what I'm saying.
A lot of motherfuckers gonna be honest.
If you do run through the family, what you gonna do after that?
No, bro, I have to ask myself.
That's
am I willing?
Himself before.
So this is a risk.
Yeah.
This is a because people don't even think this deep. I need to know, yo, if you got cancer in your family, this, that, and the third. Like my mom got cancer in her family. My dad's side of the family, they all died over 100. And all my people on my dad's side lived past 100, but my mom's side, they got cancer in the family. So I have to, a woman that, like, I'm gonna tell you these things. So I have to be okay.
So are you doing it for love now, or are you doing it for?
Can I say though that that's a good way to look at it because some people don't do that and they get in a relationship and that happens and they're not
have
happy.
a baby.
Yeah, they don't say it. They don't say it because they
there.
found something that they didn't like. You know,
Yeah,
like
facts.
he's a realist that gets it all out
So
right.
I have to say, am I willing to do the possibility of us
or are
falling
you
in
just
love?
doing it for a partnership?
But that's what I'm saying. I have to
No,
do
it's not. Because what if you love that woman and this woman tells you, "Oh,
Then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But that's what I'm saying. I respected her.
Yeah.
And she has to respect me for asking all the questions, laying all these things out on the table.
Like that you
and allowing me.
You can send that. You love each other. You love each other.
Putting it out there.
No, because you.
I love you. You love me. Let's put everything on the table.
Okay.
Like that we're ready for whatever.
Like man, if you date a man, he put you through the honeymoon period. Like if I did, like when I dated, I ain't gonna say her name, but you know, when I dated her, there was I can't pay attention to the honeymoon. That's bullshit. When me and her had our first fight, and I wanted her, despite her flaws or my flaws, I gotta respect that. I date you and we have a great 4 months and some shit pop off and we go on a war, and then you say, in my mind I'm like, nah, I understand, but shit, I'm gonna fight through it. I have to respect the fact that you wanted to fight through a disagreement, something that hurt you, for us to continue. I have to acknowledge.
I'm gonna tell you, you did a lot of growing.
No, bro.
Like, for you to even like say any of
But that's why. But see, this is why I'm living my best life now. Because
what you mean by living your best life now?
Because I hold myself accountable for my actions.
Because not a lot of men hold themselves accountable to their
because you know,
mistakes.
like what men say, like when they say, "Oh, I'm living my best life," is like just going crazy.
They live in a lie.
Fucking bitches around,
because
like going
look,
to
if I
clubs, spending money on
no, real shit.
So what do you mean about?
I guess you have different years of living your best life. When you evolve,
because when I say I'm living my best life, it means
meaning.
I'm in peace with myself, my inner self.
But
When
that
I say
has a
I'm
different
living my
meaning for
best life,
everybody.
yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
No, but I understand. But so because I'm very honest and transparent, because I like I said, I got a baby mama. I gotta be honest and true to myself. Exactly.
Because you had the baby girl.
So I quit my job the week of Thanksgiving. I'm living in North.
All right, thank you for everybody coming through, and this is the
For the culture
podcast.